Dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth. But here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
It's easy to find your groove. As America celebrates, Groove Toyota, the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, has more reasons to celebrate. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand. GrooveToyota.com. Plus, Groove Toyota has more than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certifieds, with full warranties available. Hurry into our Red, White, and Drive event. Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere.
Offer expires 7/31/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Hey, that's not bacon grilling. That's your living room at 2 p.m. If your home heats up every summer, your windows might be the reason. Infinity by Marvin Windows protect your home from UV rays, solar heat, and help lower energy bills all summer long. Colorado homeowners have trusted Gravina's Window Center of Littleton for 50 years. Right now, you can save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Wednesday, July 1st. And it is no ordinary Wednesday. It is no ordinary July 1st because somehow, some way, the possibility of LeBron James coming to the Mile High City actually exists.
This is not a drill.
What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, ZB? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to you. We're going to hump our way through this day, man. And you're right, ZB. LBJ being linked to the Denver Nuggets?
Can you imagine?
I mean, what are we doing here?
Could you imagine if we were on the air and I did get to drop a "This is not a drill"? I would be saying it just "This is not a drill" over and over and over again. I really would be.
Does that get the juices flowing for you? Like, does it bring some excitement? Do you truly feel like if LBJ, LeBron James, is in the building, that really gives the Denver Nuggets an opportunity to be a playoff contending team to win a championship?
Yeah, I mean, it would help majorly. The guy is still, even at his advanced age, at 41 years old, for a professional athlete, that is ancient. And this guy is the one guy that we have seen, along with maybe Tom Brady, to land punches on Father Time. And we've never seen this. We've never seen someone who still moves like LeBron. We're talking about at 41 years old in the postseason, just in the postseason, averaged 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists with a steal and a half with the season on the line.
And also remember, Luka did not play.
No, he did not.
That was LBJ. Only him.
Yes. And then in the regular season, he's still 21 points a game. The guy played 60 games this year to go with 6 rebounds and 7 assists. And he's clearly not what he was once upon a time. If he was, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation, right? But he is still, LeBron James, for me, is still one of the 20 to 25 best players in the NBA. And the only way that this would work in terms of your question, how much would it move the needle for a championship, if you would have to bring back everyone. Like this, hey, we're peeling away from the roster because we're going to save money and duck the luxury tax. You need to take that, turn it sideways, and stick it up your ass.
Hold on. So bring back everybody?
Yes.
AG,
Yes.
Cam Johnson.
Yes.
So then where would LBJ fit in? He's starting, correct?
Yes, he would start. He would start. I would say you still bring, like, this is a full-on championship push. Like, we're going into the second apron. We're paying the repeater tax. We have a really rare opportunity to have one of the 3 greatest players in NBA history join our squad when he's still, like, dude, I'm watching the Olympics. Was the Olympics, was it last summer? It was 2 summers ago. Dude, at the end of games in crunch time, in the biggest moments of the game, the ball was still in his hands with all these superstars looking to him. So he's still one of the better closers in the NBA. I mean, I think that, you know, unless they really like found a home for a Christian Brown or something, I just don't think it's that's realistic.
My thought process goes: you bring in LeBron James, you're not gonna keep the core together if you bring in LeBron James, because somebody's gonna be coming off the bench, and a lot of these guys have a lot of money tied to them. So let's just say they get rid of AG because LeBron can play his position. You know, we know that he's not as good as a defensive player at this point in his career, but you get rid of AG, and maybe you sign back Payton Watson to go with that, so that maybe Payton Watson is either starting coming off that bench, and you do something like that. But to bring the whole core back, I don't know, man. That seems like there's some issues waiting to happen with that.
With who?
Well,
just
just in general, just like it's like you have a bunch of guys that are prideful that want to be on the court starting. Who is on the bench? Is it going to be Christian Brown?
If there was ever a time to rearrange your ego and put that bleep in the back seat, it's when you're going all in for a championship. And if you are a billionaire and you have the #1 sports empire in the entire world with a valuation of over $26 billion for Stan Kroenke, and you're the largest landowner in the United States of America, right? You can't take it with you. You own a sports franchise for a moment like this. To go all, like, if he says, I want to come to Denver, you should, Jurassic Park, spare no expense. Like, this window is closing anyhow. So if LeBron James said that he was coming, like, you have all this wealth for a moment like this. And so egos be damned, finances be damned. I think you make a real push here to try to win the NBA championship this coming season.
Look, Z, I'm excited. I'm excited if LBJ does sign here. I'm going to be all in, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't look at that move or LeBron James coming into the building as like, oh, here we go. Like, the Denver Nuggets truly have a chance to win it all.
2 years ago, you were telling me he was still the best player in the NBA.
But time changes. That was 2 years ago. My man's going to be 42 years old, Z. He's 42 years old. Okay, he does want to have full control. What is that going to look like when Jokic wants to have a little bit more control, saying, look, I want to do it my way?
No, but Jokic has the personality type for this.
But also, we're still forgetting about Mr. Jamal Murray. Now, people are saying, hey, he's going to be an off-the-ball guy. It's going to help him out. We haven't seen that in the NBA with this man yet. Also, it's his attitude problem. When LBJ saying, hey, look, I need you to do this, you're going to have to jump and do it. Is Jamal Murray willing to do that? We know that there can be an issue and friction like that, ZB.
Dude, I would not let Jamal Murray's personality even be put on the scale, let alone tip anything. Like, come on. Like, and Jamal has been great. He's a great Denver Nugget and a champion.
Yeah.
And that will, like, that sentence will never go away. It's like a diploma. Like, that's for the rest of your life. But at the same time, let's keep things in perspective. Jamal Murray, one-time All-Star, 10 years into his career.
Yeah.
One-time All-NBA, and it was third team. You're talking about a third-teamer against a top 3 player of all time. We got 2 pairs of threes here. A third-team All-NBA player against a top 3 player of all time who is still 21, 6, and 7 walking. And just, like, the leadership would get up. Like, think about the things that you're looking for here in Denver. You're looking for length. You're looking for better defense, right? You're looking for toughness.
We can go down the line with this. Are you truly getting better defense by LBJ being in the building at his age?
Yeah, I think he would still represent an upgrade for most of the Nuggets defensively.
Oh,
I mean, he's not what he once was defensively, but once upon a time, the guy was like finishing runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year.
Last year, the Denver Nuggets were #1 when it comes to scoring, right? Points. but they were horrible on defense. Now you're bringing in LBJ that can play a little bit of defense, but he's not going to do that every single night for you. Like, yes, the big games, he'll step up, but that's what you're looking for. You're looking to get younger, longer, but guys that have a defensive-minded mentality of we are going to play strictly defense. And I fear, you talk about this all the time, ZB, you have two in Jokic and Jamal that don't like to play defense, and you can't win a championship like that.
Right.
Well, now you're bringing in LBJ that will semi-play defense for you, so now you kind of have three guys that may not play defense on the night that you need them. Now what?
Okay, I want you to present to me a better idea than this. LeBron James on a freaking vet minimum salary.
He's not taking vet minimum too, by the way.
I'll give you the commercial break to think about it. We'll be right back.
The Rockies aren't winning the West, but they might be one of the most fun teams in baseball now. Rookie T.J. Rumfield is raking. Hunter Goodman's launching homers at a rate that has all-star voters and trade deadline scouts paying attention. Mickey Moniak is back healthy, and Sid Satella's having a career year out of the bullpen. The trade deadline's August 3rd. Who stays? Who goes? What's the new front office building toward? Denver Sports is all over it. Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
All right. Happy Wednesday to all you guys, and buckle up, Broncos country. Phillip Lindsay here, and you know, if you've watched me play over the years, I'm all about speed, agility, and getting where I need to go efficiently. And when it comes to your summer vacation, you need that same kind of reliable power. And that's why I'm teaming up with my friends at Hermes Worldwide. Let's be real, getting to and from the airport or your destination can be a total fumble. And although I don't fumble, I don't want to deal with stressful parking, unreliable ride sharing, because nobody needs to deal with that. And this is where Hermes Worldwide is going to step into the game and score that game-winning touchdown for your travel plans. They offer top-notch transportation services, from sleek airport transfers and comfortable clean vehicles to reliable long-distance travel. They're dependable and also very professional. And they understand that your vacation time is precious to you and your family. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, you need to ditch the travel day headaches and make your summer vacation a guaranteed win. Give my friends at Hermes Worldwide a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today for that summer vacation.
Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. For an 8% scheduling incentive and a special financing rate of 0% APR with 72 equal monthly payments, go to drhi.com. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, finished basements, windows, and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right.
At Siltahar Motors, Ford and Lincoln employee pricing wraps up on July 6th. If it's been on your list, now's the time. You pay what Ford employees pay on hundreds of new vehicles. Thousands off sticker, no negotiating. The price is the price. Employee pricing won't last, but Siltahar always has something great coming. 66 years of finding ways to take care of Colorado. See all that is available at sthmotors.com, Highway 36 and Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hey, Colorado. Set the summer trend. Get a 30% point of sale discount on all new electric lawnmowers, trimmers, and leaf blowers statewide. Ditch the gas for powerful battery packs and breathe easier. Quieter equipment also means you can hear your go-to radio show while you mow. But don't wait. This hot deal only lasts through the end of the year. Learn more at simplestepsbetterair.org. Again, that's simplestepsbetterair.org.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and you can get a richer looking lawn with Rich Lawn. Using the organic-based fertilizer Rich Lawn Turf Food, you'll get greener grass and build your soil for a beautiful yard. And while you're at it, don't forget to check out Revive, the treatment to revitalize your lawn for deeper roots and deeper watering. Rich Lawn and Revive products are available at Home Depot or your local gardening center. With Rich Lawn and Revive products, you'll have your yard ready in no time.
This summer, America is turning 250 years old. Start your celebration at Tractor Supply with up to $150 off grills, griddles, and smokers. Select grilling accessories or buy one, get one half off. Buy one 20-pound bag of Tractor Supply barbecue pellets, get one free. And save every day with propane refills. So raise the flag, fire up the grill, family's on the way. Celebrate and save with great deals now through July 5th at your local Tractor Supply.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like public works supervisor.
Hey, this water main is under a ton of pressure. Did you ever fix it?
Yeah, 3 layers of duct tape. Wait, should I have added a 4th layer?
This is the time for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Okay, I admit it. At 303 Law 4040, we like to have a little fun with the made-for-TV lawyers who pretend that they're from Colorado. In reality, they live in places like Chicago, Arizona, Texas. Heck, one guy flies in from New York City. New York City! Just so he can do his commercial and fly back home. Crazy thing happening here in Colorado. Outside private equity funds are pouring millions of advertising dollars to prop up these guys and get them to pretend they are local voices that you can trust. So what really happens when you call one of those pretend made-for-TV lawyers? Here's an example. A young man was hurt. He called one of those guys. The insurance company said, nah, we're denying the claim. No money for you. His made-for-TV lawyer said, sorry. So his friend said, you need to call 303 Law 4040. We took the case and told the insurance company their denial was BS. And they said, you're right. Here's all the money. If you've been injured, don't waste your time calling a pretend made-for-TV lawyer. Call 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. It's 303 Law 4040.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. General contractors, are you tired of working with 8 different subs for a single project? Homestrong is the answer. Their crews handle excavation, foundations, waterproofing, crawl spaces, and flat work. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Need better rest? Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts match you with the perfect bed at the July 4th sale. They make sleep easy.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is dribble, D-R-I-B-B-L-E. Text dribble to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's dribble to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
As we roll along. Woo! Oh, man. What a fun.
I got jumped. I got jumped during the break.
Oh, my gosh. Too funny, man. Too funny. Having some fun here on a Wednesday that feels like a Friday. We're going to be off for the next couple days. And, it's I want to frame this right. Okay, I want to frame this right. I have a pep in my step today when it comes to the Nuggets. And if someone has been listening to this show since the day the season ended, right up through yesterday, I have been saying I have been very realistic when it comes to the Nuggets. And to be realistic is to be negative. It's a bad situation right now. It's bad. Like we're talking, like the star player, greatest player in franchise history, is thinking about not signing his extension with 1 year left on the deal. Like what? Like this is the luxury tax, repeater tax. The selling off of assets, and there's just not a lot of levers to pull. And so I have been saying, like, you need to think about trading Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of where we're at. And then you have the departure from LeBron and the Lakers, and after 8 seasons, them going their separate ways. And I just thought it was a foregone conclusion that he's going to Golden State, which is still the most likely thing that's going to happen.
Well, now you got the Heat involved as well. Cleveland's involved as well. So it's not just the Warriors, or it's not just the Denver Nuggets. There's a lot of teams that would be willing to take on LeBron James because of what he still brings to the table.
Yeah. And so is LeBron a top 10 player in the league anymore? No, he's not. He's not. But I watched what he looked like when he became subservient to the third option. And it was like, oh, my gosh, he might be the best third option in the NBA.
So is that what he's going to be here, though, Z?
Probably.
Is he going to settle for the third option? So this is the thing we're going to run into. All right, you have LeBron James that's going to come into the building. He's going to want to do things his way. Why? Because David Adelman is not going to tell him not to do it.
So who do you want to listen to, LeBron James or David Adelman?
Well, I'm gonna listen to LeBron James, but you have 2 alpha dogs when it comes to LeBron James and Jokic.
Jokic is not an alpha dog.
Oh, so Jokic is just going to agree to everything
is Jokic
LBJ
an alpha
says?
dog? I want you to say it
in his own way.
I want you to say it into that microphone.
In his own way.
In his own way.
Oh, he was your Serbian king.
He is still my Serbian king.
He can't be the alpha dog if he's the king, man. Like, if he's not a king, he's not an alpha dog.
No, not everyone. And Jokic is actually probably the most prime example. Jokic, just for whatever reason, man, he actually said out loud, "I'm not getting up and speaking in front of the team every game." Like, who says that? Jokic. He's just a very unique bird, a very unique personality type. He's our unique bird. He's our personality type.
And now you want to bring in LeBron James to call the plays.
Like, dude, I can't. Like, so what part of this do you think is a bad idea?
I think it's a bad idea because there's a reason why. All right, the Lakers decided to let LBJ walk. They brought in Luka, and still LBJ and Luka couldn't get things going on this, and they were on the same page.
Yeah, but because and there's a reason for that. And I'm glad you just said this, because it's the same reason the other day when I said Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and Brown kind of wants to be the guy, but his setup in Boston is you take a turn, I take a turn, you take a turn, I take a turn. When you play with Jokic, you become partners for the number one option. He is the guy who infamously said, "What do you like better, scoring or passing?" And he said passing, because that makes me happy and you're happy. That's his personality type. So it would be so welcoming, for this situation, I would think. And in recent years, LeBron has really, in a way that he didn't used to, and maybe he should still be punished for this, because he used to not show Jokic love. And then here,
now you want to punish him, but you want him on the team.
And here in recent years, he has really banged a Yui in that department and come back and really showered Jokic with love. And so, especially this past year. And so, I think that it's a very unique situation. It's probably got let's talk about the percentage we think this is going to happen. I would say
LBJ's not taking vet minimum, guys. I don't care if this man has $1 billion. It's a pride thing. He is not coming into this building taking $3 million, talking about, hey, let's go and win a championship, unless he's guaranteed a championship, which even if he's on the team with the Denver Nuggets, he is not guaranteed a championship.
No, he's not guaranteed a championship anywhere, though.
But he has a better chance if he goes somewhere like the Spurs, which, by the way, they're favored to get him before the Denver Nuggets, too.
I mean, if he went to the Spurs, look, all power to him, right? If you're trying to win a championship,
that's what you're trying to do.
Like, what situation gives you the best chance to win a championship? It's to join the teams that are on top. Why not join Oklahoma City, right? It's like go to OKC or go to San Antonio. Do I think he's going to do that? I don't. I think LeBron is very sensitive to his legacy. I think the backlash that he got after the decision harmed him. And he tried to play this, if you remember going back years ago now, he tried to play the role of a villain and embrace it, and everyone hated him. And he's like, fine, everyone hates me. I'm going to be that villain you want me to be. And it's like, it was so unnatural. LeBron, like myself, or a lot of human beings, we want to be liked. Yes. We want to be loved. And I think that if he goes and joins San Antonio or Oklahoma City, you're joining a ready-baked situation, and they're going to view you like they viewed Kevin Durant. But if you join this situation hasn't been out of the second round in years, and so
you get out the second round. All right, but you don't win a championship. Now what?
Well,
is that a great year?
Well, hold on a second. Why are we just saying they won't win a championship?
I don't like. Do you believe that they're going to win a championship?
I think they could.
When you look at the Spurs and you look at OKC and what they look like right now, ZB, you truly can close your eyes, even with LBJ on the team and bringing everybody back, and say this team can beat them
with a healthy roster.
In the Spurs and OKC getting hurt
in the postseason. Hold on, with a healthy roster. In addition to LeBron James, so the team that I thought 3 months ago could go win the NBA championship, that I was felt convicted about this. I thought it was their best chance since 23. If they're healthy in a way that they weren't, and it's a big if. I mean, you go down this slippery slope because Aaron Gordon hasn't been healthy. So, maybe there's some other stuff you do, if this were to happen, which still has a small percentage chance of happening. But, I want to entertain it because I've been sitting here for a couple months saying, someone show me a good idea. Someone show me a good idea. We have
that's fair. It's fair. Z.
We have people that have these conversations that don't even acknowledge the luxury tax situation. They play fantasy basketball. But in this situation, I believe that Josh Kroenke, who's tight with LeBron, that relationship matters a lot. These guys have been down for years with each other. And so I think that if it was him uniquely, it's, Dad, we need to do this. I know our model says, but We need to do this right here, right now. We need to meet the moment. And so, yes, to answer your question, with the current complement of guys, Jokic, Jamal, Aaron Gordon, Peyton Watson, Cam Johnson, Christian Brown.
You're paying a lot of money here.
A lot of money.
Woo-wee.
And luckily, they have the money to spend uniquely for a situation and an intersection like this moment in time, if this is feasible, if this is even possible. And so I acknowledge, is it a little bit fantasy basketball here? Yeah. At the end of the day, probably. But I have been basically in despair.
You've been waiting for a good answer.
7 weeks or whatever it's been since the Nuggets season ended, being like, what is the future of this thing? It looks bleak. And so the number one objective for the offseason is to get below the luxury tax and not build a team around Jokic. But now with this news, and that it's a possibility, and it's being discussed by the biggest and brightest principles that the game of basketball has covering their sport, and then now we have league sources checking out that the Nuggets are advancing towards this LeBron situation.
Well, it's getting us all excited.
A little bit. I'll say it like this. I'm allowing myself to get excited on a day like today.
Just for you to get shot down, though, ZB.
Maybe.
Because, like you said, Josh Kroenke and LBJ, they are great friends. But if you ask LBJ who's he better friends with, or Josh Kroenke or Steph Curry and Draymond Green, who is he going to say?
Yeah.
He's going over to the Warriors.
If it's about friendship.
I don't want to get my hopes up. That's my whole thing. I'm guarding my heart right now.
Well, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all.
I'm not loving anymore. I'm not loving. Look at you.
So I'm allowing myself on a day like today. One, it's just a fun conversation, okay? And so I am picking up the option.
A la carte, right?
I am picking up the option to allow myself to just fantasize for a second on what LeBron James would look like in one of those black jerseys with the color popping on the skyline. Allow me today. Allow me today.
I got you.
Oh, goodness gracious. We'll get back into it. We'll tell you who said what here at the top of the hour because we're drawing from some substance here, and we'll comb through it at the top of the hour. But before we do, I wanted to get to this yesterday, and we just got so caught up, okay? Do the Broncos actually have a star on their hands instead of a pleasant surprise? Why we may be looking at one guy in Denver all wrong. That's next.
The Nuggets summer is heating up, and the biggest questions are still on the table. Will Nikola Jokic sign an extension or keep Denver holding its breath? Could a blockbuster Jamal Murray trade reshape the roster? And with Payton Watson hitting restricted free agency, what does the core look like moving forward? Stay locked in. Denver Sports has you covered all offseason long. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, Phillip Lindsay here, and I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are driving down that street thinking about popping that question to your special somebody. And if that's the case, then guys, you got to get a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. Whether you're starting your next chapter with that perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something big for yourself, this is where it's all going to begin for you at Williams Jewelers. Close your eyes and imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family once you get in the building, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They're going to have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, plus the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to sit you down and give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and of course the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers. Located in Cheer Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. I have known the Rocks team for years. They have serviced my own house. Right now, out-of-state private equity corporations are buying local HVAC companies, providing higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. When it comes to your heating and cooling needs, go with the local Colorado team I know and trust. ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Summer should be a time of joy for children, but Wish kids often miss out due to their illness, creating a dark chapter during a time that should be filled with sunshine and memories. A wish from Make-A-Wish Colorado can change everything for these children, giving them the strength and hope they need to persevere in their fight against critical illness. My name is Carrie Fletcher. I'm part of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Today, Alpine Bank hopes you'll decide to make a life-changing impact in the life of Colorado Wish kids by supporting Make-A-Wish Colorado. There are currently more than 450 Colorado kids with critical illnesses who are waiting for a life-changing wish, and 110 more kids will be diagnosed this summer. You can help make their wishes come true. Visit wish.org/Colorado to help Make-A-Wish Colorado grant some memorable wishes this summer.
If you have a deck and are wondering if it's time to replace or fix that deck, I have Ron Gibbous from Denver Deck Builders to tell you what to look for.
Usually people upgrade their deck because they want to spend more time outside. We do have customers that will call because their old deck is unsafe or is so old it's not usable anymore. Most of the time, people just want to spend more time outside. They want to have parties. They just want to spend quality time outside.
Start planning your family's outdoor living space with Denver Deck Builders. Go to ddbonthefan.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lemmy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, lot of reaction to the LeBron James conversation.
I'm like LeBron James. I'm the villain. I'll take that villain role on.
It doesn't fit you well. It doesn't fit you well, just like LeBron.
Give me my wine. I'll walk into the studio with my wine, sipping it, getting ready to go to war with you, ZB.
These NBA players love their wine.
They do.
They love their wine. It is definitely the culture over the last decade in the NBA has been wine culture of all things in the NBA. By the way, real quick, the NBA used to be like the poster child for people getting in trouble. How many NBA players get in trouble these days?
Not a lot.
Not many. Not many. Where like Ja Morant gets in trouble, and it's like, but like even the stuff that he got in trouble for is like he's not killing anyone. Like there's no like at one point in time the NBA had a massive problem with their players and the law and the culture. I'm thinking of it because I said the wine culture in the NBA over the last decade. The culture in the NBA changed in the early 2000s, and I think LeBron James actually had a big reason to do with it. That like LeBron's never even got a speeding ticket. Face of the league. That and maybe he hasn't got out of it like Diana Rossini.
Look at you. Did you
see that video?
Yeah, I did.
Who is this woman? Who is Diana? Like that's a documentary in 5 years. Who was Diana Rossini? Speaking of football, I want to get to this topic. I want to really, truthfully, we've had it in the rundown for the last couple days, but I've become much more flexible through the years, Phil. flexibility.
Or you just don't like this player.
And no, that's not true. I want to talk about him.
Undrafted, you don't like him.
In dedicated fashion.
I
literally wanted to talk about him in dedicated fashion. But we just haven't got to it, right? We just get caught up in so much other stuff. So I said going into the last break, do the Broncos actually have a star on their hands instead of a pleasant surprise? And it's a serious question I'm asking. Why we may be looking at one guy in Denver all wrong. All right, so I'm going to spit some information at you, okay? And so all I would ask you, the listener, to do is just, I know you guys have a million things going on, and it's going to be a holiday, and you're shuffling kids. My kids were just with me here at work. My 7-year-old literally crying real tears because he had to leave.
Yeah, my man wanted to stay here.
Yeah,
I want to be with Dad.
Like crying in front of everyone.
I want to be with Dad as he gets built to ass to old Uncle Phil.
Oh my gosh! So
that was cute.
But he is the best. But anyway, but I would just ask for just your attention on this because I think you're going to learn something right now. I think you're going to learn something the way that I did when I was reading Andrew Mason 3 days ago, talking about Jaquan McMillan. Consider this. In the last 3 years, Jaquan McMillan is one of just 8 players with at least 5 interceptions and 5 forced fumbles in the last 3 years. But here's the kicker. 6 of the 8 players that are on that list are safeties. He and only one other corner in the last 3 years have at least 5 interceptions and 5 forced fumbles. Furthermore, then you throw in McMillan's 7 sacks in that span. And then he hits exclusive company, joined by a total of 2 other NFL players with at least 5 sacks, 5 picks, and 5 forced fumbles in the last 3 years. Who are the other 2 players? Both safeties. Tell me if you guys have heard of these guys. Tampa Bay's Antoine Winfield Jr. and Baltimore's Kyle Hamilton.
Both got paid, by the way.
Both first-round draft picks. Both got paid. And that's the company that a slot corner is keeping over the last 3 years. And this guy is going to play on a restricted free agent tender of $5.7 million. The Broncos got Jaquan McMillan at a NFL garage sale, and it's one of those like storage wars when you open the thing up and it's worth millions. That's what they got in Jaquan McMillan here, Phil.
Z, you putting that out there pisses me off. One, obviously, you know I have a soft spot for undrafted free agents. Jaquan McMillan forced his way in. And then as he started to make these plays in year 2, because his first year he only played in 1 game. So after that year 2, he started.
Yep.
And all he did was make plays. He's undersized. I understand that. But he's very instinctive. He's very smart. He finds ways to get the ball and turn the ball over, whether it's a forced fumble, whether it's an interception. Okay, he's sticky with defense. And yet you don't want to pay my man? When I look at someone like Jaquan McMillan, he reminds me of Chris Harris Jr.
Yes, Phil. I was literally going to make the same analogy here.
Chris Harris Jr. And I went through, for Chris Harris, who was undrafted free agent too, by the way, and his signing bonus, I want to say, for Chris was $5,000 to play for the Denver Broncos before they had to pay him after 3 years. But for Chris played in 63 games. He was reliable. Okay, he stayed healthy. And I'm just talking about in four years. Okay. Chris Harris played in 12 seasons, so he played for 12 years.
Damn, he played 12 years?
He did, man, as a nickel. All right, one of the best nickels in the league for a very long time. But 4 years just to go because Jaquan McMillan has played for 4 years. All right, in the span of 4 years, Chris Harris has 63 games he played, 252 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 10 interceptions, which is impressive. 10 interceptions.
It is.
For J-Mac, who I just got done saying, J-Mac has played for 4 years, but he played in 1 game his rookie year.
And those numbers you gave me were just the first 4 years?
Just the first 4 years.
Got it. Copy.
And so with that being said, J-Mac has played in 51 games, has 195 tackles, so he's getting down and dirty making those tackles. 7 sacks, like you just got done saying, which is hard to do as a nickel.
Yep.
All right.
So the same number of sacks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
5 forced fumbles and 6 interceptions. But you mean to tell me Jaquan McMillan, who's only getting better every single year, shouldn't be paid? Like, it shouldn't be paid? Like, and I know for me, Z, it strikes a chord, and I get the PTSD because I was the one that felt like, and I always grew up like, when you earn something, that's when they give it to you, right? You have to earn your right to be somewhere.
Yep.
Earn your right to make your money. And for Jaquan McMillan, he has done that. just for them to turn around and slap a tender on him, just like they did to me after 2 years. After someone like Elway goes to my agent and say, hey, we can want to get something done, then slaps a tender on me, and then they get rid of me. So for Jaquan McMillan, it's like, what more does this man have to do? All because he wasn't in your plan, wasn't in your vision. You keep holding him captive. You keep holding him hostage. That has to stop. Obey your eyes, like you like to say, ZB. Obey your eyes, pay this man, and let's move on. You want more turnovers? Jaquan McMillan's giving you that. You want more forced fumbles? Jaquan McMillan's giving you that. What more does he need to do?
He literally led the team in picks and forced fumbles this past year. Now, it's not some big total, but when you consider over the last 3 seasons, there's just 2 other players in the NFL with at least 5 sacks, 5 picks, and 5 forced fumbles, and the other 2 are safeties, and they're Kyle Hamilton and Antoine Winfield Jr. And by the way, this is really going to piss you off. So each of those safeties rank among the 4 highest paid players at their position by average annual contract value. They're 1 and 2 at safety and fully guaranteed money. Think about that. So the guys that have the matching stats of J-Mac through the last 3 seasons are both safeties, let alone a slot corner, and they're both number 1 and number 2 in fully guaranteed money among safeties. Hamilton just over $48 million, Winfield at $45 million. Here was Sean Payton during OTAs talking about the ball always finding J-Mac.
Listen, he's got all the things you're looking for. Like when I say grit, chip on his shoulder, but the ball finds him. We keep talking about taking it away, and we even forget Buffalo on the road, Monday night, 23. First series of the game, ball's out, he's causing a fumble. He's just around it all, not just good fortune. That's the skill set.
It's not just good fortune. It's a skill set. And now we have an example of 3 years, and I'm looking at this situation. I'm like, I'm raising my hand. I have been looking at J-Mac all wrong. Not in a sense of like giving him his props and talking about how excellent of a story he is, but like, no. I need to take 2 steps back and say the Broncos have a potential star Chris Harris-esque slot corner on their hands. And I think that they need to respond accordingly and in kind with what they're seeing with those eyeballs. And I think Sean Payton has flipped on this. I think Sean Payton has flipped on J-Mac. The tone when he talked about J-Mac from last summer to this summer. Do we have time to squeeze in one more cut, Dante? We'll squeeze it in just real quick. Listen to, when asked, does he have a soft spot for guys like McMillan that go undrafted? This is what he said.
The one thing in our league that's important is players can arrive getting drafted. They can get signed after the draft. Once they get here, how they arrive, the locker room has to know you're playing the best players. And there's just been countless experiences I've had where Pierre Thomas makes the team as undrafted running back, and we cut a 4th-round pick. And then shoot NFC championship game, he's returning a kick to the 48-yard line. So there's a spot in all of our hearts for anyone, whether they're 1st, 2nd, 3rd round or undrafted, that competes the way he does, plays the way he does, and has the respect of his teammates. And that ultimately, probably, I think, one of the most important things a player, coach, or anyone in this industry wants is the respect of his peers. Like, man, you're going to have to play against him. And so I think he has that.
My memory's pretty good on this. He did not talk about J-Mac last summer like this.
Pay that man.
And he's flipped.
Pay that man, Zeke.
And he's flipped accordingly. I love it. Okay, shifting gears. There's buzz in the NBA world that LeBron James could be considering the Denver Nuggets. Just how real is it? And what makes sense and what doesn't make sense about King James in the Mile High City? That's next.
The countdown is on. Broncos training camp is less than a month away. Rookies report July 22nd. Veterans hit Broncos Park powered by Common Spirit on the 28th. Bo Nix is expected back at full speed. Sean Payton skipping joint practices to maximize every rep. And it all builds toward a season opener on Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. From camp battles to kickoff, Denver Sports has you covered. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected. Maybe you love someone who struggles with joint pain. You see it. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's July. The days are long. The light hangs around. Time to be outside, moving, playing, living, and you're sitting it out. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about getting that life back, because at QC Kinetics, that's what's happening every day. People who are stuck in that cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it. with regenerative treatments done right in their office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. We hear it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. She's herself again. So if this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers a free consultation to see if you're a candidate. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Hey guys, it's that time of year. Time to get your lawn in great shape for the season. And when it comes to healthier, greener grass, I know of no two better products than Rich Lawn Turf Food and Revive Ready Spray. Rich Lawn Turf Food is premium organic-based fertilizer that builds stronger soil and keeps your lawn lush and green longer. And you'll find Rich Lawn Turf Food along with Easy Green Grass Seed, Iron Rich for yellow lawns, and Go Rich organic-based garden fertilizer at the Home Depot or your local garden center. Then give your lawn a boost with Revive, the fast-acting organic-based lawn treatment that helps create thicker, greener grass with deeper watering and deeper roots. Say goodbye to the backyard blues, guys. With Rich Lawn and Revive, your yard will be ready in no time. Find it at Home Depot or your local gardening center.
When you decide to sell your home, don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one. Go for a Weichert agent. A Weichert agent looks at you as a partner, not a transaction, and will work day and night to get you the results you're looking for. And your Weichert agent is backed by the Weichert brand. With over 50 years of experience, Weichert agents have guided thousands of buyers and sellers through every facet of homeownership. Don't settle for good, go for great. Work with a Weichert agent. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Will your money last as long as you do? Retirement should be about enjoying life, not worrying about outliving your savings. At AJM Financial, we build retirement strategies to help protect and grow your savings, reduce risk, lower taxes where possible, and maximize your income in retirement. Schedule your complimentary retirement confidence review at 800-467-0737, 800-467-0737, and tune in to Adam Moeller's Mile High Money Radio Saturdays at 8 a.m. on 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain. Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at SpineOne.com.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute.
Here we go.
Hanging out with you on a Wednesday, July 1st. And that first hour legitimately was a blur. This LeBron James connection with Denver, Colorado is gaining some traction, even if it's just in terms of the conversation of it all.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't know how real it is, but it's real enough to talk about because people that do this at the highest level are talking about it, and we have now corroboration from the Denver Post that the Denver Nuggets have advanced down the LeBron James path.
So they're showing interest.
I mean, clearly. And that report came out about, call it an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, something like that. And, man, there's just a lot to it here. There's just a lot to it. And I know that LeBron James is not a lot of folks around here, favorite, guy, right? He's been a rival of the Denver Nuggets for years. This is a guy who...
People wanted to beat up LeBron James for what he said about Jokic and not picking Jokic in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
You remember that scarred you, ZB.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it because he was the reigning MVP of the league. And when that was when they were letting the two captains pick the teams, like recess style. And somehow, some way, Nikola Jokic was the last player picked. And Jokic, throughout his career, has not been at the cool kids table. And he is just like the one kid in school that does his own thing, does not care what anybody else thinks.
Gotta love those ones.
But he goes on stage once a year at the talent show and rips the guitar, and the girls are like, geez, like there's something to that kid. And the boys are like, I wish I could do that. And then over time, it's just like, man, everyone respects this guy.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's a good kid.
And I'm thinking of this kid I went to high school with, super quiet. He was like came in like halfway through high school or whatever. His name was Madison. And, handsome kid, but stayed to himself. It had his own like little way about him. But he went up during the talent show, and no one knew he played guitar. And he freaking ripped the guitar. And I remember our school, at least our class for sure, was like, whoa, that was...
You got to watch anybody named Madison.
Like, did not see that coming.
There's more to that person.
and so, like, Jokic keeps to himself, different way about him. I called him the anti-NBA superstar for many years. Like, find me a guy in his position in the NBA that doesn't have social media, that disappears completely, that doesn't want to be seen. There's speculation that he may retire early and just retire to his horses. Like we only talk about that with Jokic, but I think over time his greatness on display over and over and over, and then you get minted as a champion.
Yep.
You win a second MVP, a third MVP, and then everyone else is just around you like, damn.
Like this man is legit.
He is him. Like he's gonna go. Like I want to be a Hall of Famer. I know he's going. And I think that over time.
So LeBron James being a bully. He's warming up saying, hey, man, I'm sorry. I don't want you to give me a wedgie now. Is that what we're doing now?
I wouldn't call him a bully, but he certainly was not warm. And, dude, we have news in real time here.
Uh-oh.
We have news in real time, and it's nothing official here, all right?
This is not a drill.
Oh, here we go.
But the Nuggets have moved from 25-1 to land LeBron James. They were 70-1 this morning. They are now 5-1.
5-1?
Holy guacamole!
What's it like if somebody that doesn't do better?
Okay, so this is on DraftKings right now. So this morning, if you woke up and they have odds, LeBron James' next team.
Yeah. If
you wanted to bet, let's call it $25 on LeBron to come to Denver this morning, that was 70-1. So your $25 bet would win you $1,750. All right. Then it went to 25-1. So that same $25 bet, instead of over $1,700, would win you just $625. I don't need my calculator for this one. The $25 bet now would net you only $125 in winnings. From 70-1 this morning to 5-1 right now in real time. This, guys, whatever you were thinking, readjust it. Because, and they were only reacting with the information that we had,
yeah,
but our midday guys saying 5%. I was going to say like maybe 7-8%.
So what is it now?
30%.
30%.
I mean, 5-1 odds. That's.
So I wonder like what
smokes.
changed. Like it's like, hey, like obviously you have the guys up there that are hearing all the noise with LeBron and now LeBron seems like, hey, I'm a lot more interested in going to Denver than maybe someone like myself thinks.
Because once you talk it out and really comb through the layers of it, it makes a lot of basketball sense.
Let's talk it out. Let's talk it out, ZB, from start to finish. Why does it make so much sense? Because I'm sitting here, I'm saying, okay, if you want to keep the band together plus LeBron James.
Yeah, I think if there was ever a time to go into the second apron and get hit with the repeater tax and write a check for $450 million, it's a moment like this.
So with that being said, like, why does it make sense? What about it is like, okay, like this is going to help the Denver Nuggets out. Like, it's a perfect fit. Explain.
Yeah, I just think that you're pairing the two smartest basketball players that I've ever seen together. LeBron James is 41 years old. He's the only guy I've ever seen, in addition to Tom Brady, that has landed punches on Father Time. This guy being 21 points a game, 6 rebounds, 7 assists a night is incredible. He's still one of the 20 to 25 best players in the NBA. He is saying that he's going to prioritize happiness over money. Mm-hmm. He's never done that. He's always taken the most. Unlike Brady, he's always taken the most. And I think that I'm not saying he's, even 2016 LeBron James, right? It's 2026. But I'm dealing in reality. LeBron James, once he settled into the third option on the Lakers took off and his efficiency went through the roof. And so I think that through his intellect, I mean, he would represent, he's not the defender that he was, but he's better than a lot of the defenders the Nuggets have right now. The experience, the ball in his hands at the end of games, he's the ultimate closer. He's like Jokic, where he always wants to make the right play. He's the league's all-time leading scorer. This is how talented this guy is. He's the league's all-time leading scorer, but he's naturally a pass-first player. And I just think that for a lot of those reasons, the toughness, the experience,
the leadership,
he would become the de facto leader right out of the gate. And I think that there is a lot to like. It wouldn't make the Nuggets the odds-on favorite to win the championship, but I have been looking for pathways of optimism, like what could make sense for Denver. Like for 6 weeks, I've been talking about the number one goal for this organization is to duck the repeater tax. How bad does that suck? And then now the proposition of LeBron James wanting to be in Denver, Colorado to finish his career because it makes so much sense from a basketball standpoint. I mean, if he wants to be here and he wants to have Denver across his chest, I would just say, man, we really have to consider this, and I would co-sign it right now.
I mean, you definitely have to consider it. I mean, when you look at the other options out there, and you try to put me on the spot and say, what other options are there? There are other ones, but are they realistic? We talk about Jaylen Brown. We talk about someone like Derek White, but is that realistic? We don't have the draft assets.
And those are big trades.
Exactly.
These are scenarios where these guys stay. The
Exactly.
team that I thought could win a championship 3 months ago stays, and you add LeBron.
It's just I look at this and it's like, it's fun, it's exciting. You're saying you're bringing everybody back. Does that still mean that you're signing P. Watt as well?
Yes.
So you're bringing everybody back. You're signing P. Watt. Look, LBJ's not coming off the bench. So somebody that's making a hell of a lot of money is going to be coming off the bench.
I love it. I love it. Because when you're a champion, your sixth man on your championship team is the third best player on a lot of other teams. How about this? The guy who comes off your bench is the third best player on a non-playoff team. He's maybe your fourth best player on a playoff team. But if you have someone, and again, you wouldn't want to organize it financially like this, but you're already in this situation. But it's not my money. It's not your money, right? And if Dan Gilbert in Cleveland can go into the second apron, Stan Kroenke sure can. And so if you were ever going to do it, I think it makes a lot of sense. Again, it's not some flawless plan. You wouldn't be the finals favorite, but man.
I'm just trying to map it out. Like, okay, LBJ was really good as a third option last year with the Lakers. Once he decided that's what he was going to do.
Yep.
I don't believe he wanted to do that, but once they started to have success, he had no choice.
Yep.
All right, he didn't mesh well with Luka for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe you have an answer to that. All right,
that's the your turn, my turn thing.
Okay.
That doesn't happen here in Denver.
But also, you're not just talking about just Jokic and LeBron. You're talking about Jokic, LeBron, and Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
And what does that look like when it's like you have three guys, specifically two guys that want to have the ball in their hand, and LeBron James and Jamal. We know LeBron can still get it around.
Oh, yeah.
We know Jokic doesn't really care at all. Like, he's going to get his points no matter what. But how is that dynamic going to work? The two-man game with that. Is LeBron James willing to take that third option role, or is he saying, you know what, Jamal, you're going to have to take the third option role, and I'm going to be the second option to someone like Jokic?
I think that on most nights, Jamal Murray would still be the second option, but it would be more of a co-op. It'd be more of a cooperation. And some games, the ball would be in LeBron's hands at the end. And like a lot of nights, that's exactly where you would want it, to work with Jokic. I mean, he could do two-man game stuff with Jokic. I mean, you could put him in the dunker spot.
Yep.
I mean, he takes and makes threes. I just think it could work. And I don't think that at this stage, like for Jamal, you have failed for 3 straight years. Jamal Murray has been bad in 3 straight postseasons. That's just the facts. Okay, and I know there's a couple game winners mixed in there in 2024 against Los Angeles and LeBron, but he has not been good here in the postseason. And I think that he would welcome this. And there's a certain level of also, like, I am good enough and we are good enough that LeBron wants to come here to play with me and my partner who we won a championship. Now, this is not Russell Westbrook coming, like, looking for his first championship. This is LeBron, who has a near fistful of rings and the all-time leading scorer, coming and say, like, I think you guys are the best basketball fit. And LeBron has done a really good job with managing egos like Dwayne Wade's and Chris Bosh's and Kevin Love's.
D-Wade have no ego now.
Kyrie Irving. Like, think about that. You made it work with a young Kyrie Irving. So I think there's something to this. And if you're just joining us, the odds that LeBron James comes to Denver went from 70-1 this morning to 25-1 this afternoon to 5-1 right now. And so, and it's being discussed. Like, I'm listening to the Hoop Collective podcast, and they're talking about our situation here in Denver as it relates to LeBron James.
And I'll just point out that he has a relationship with Josh Kroenke, the Kroenke family, the owners of the Nuggets. He, I believe, was a guest a couple of times on their yacht in the Mediterranean in the summer. Before LeBron was focused on only playing golf in the summer, he used to go be on a boat, like the Magic Johnson, Bobby, where he went on a boat for like a week to 10 days.
I'd sign up for that.
But this one was, I think, was in the Mediterranean, and so he has some connection there. And so I don't know, like, I think I probably even said too many words about it even now, but like, if I were Denver, I would kick the tires.
I would kick the tires. And here's the thing. Is LeBron James almost done with his career?
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost 42 years old.
I think he's going to get into real estate. Okay? He's got enough money to really, like, have an incredible jumping off point with real estate.
Now you're getting deep into this one.
If I had to bet, I think LeBron James will try to get involved in Vegas ownership group when they expand. And who better to come and work with when it comes to real estate than the Kroenkes? Stan Kroenke, as of this past year, became the #1 landowner in the United States, second to only the federal government. And so he's got an incredible relationship with the Kroenkes. And I think without that, we're not even having this conversation. But he does have a legitimate, like, when you go on vacation with someone, when you go on a week vacation with someone and it's a boat where you're not like going to this part of like, you're tight with someone. And Josh Kroenke in 2018 sent LeBron James a Denver Nugget Skyline jersey and said, you would look great in this. And if you've been pounding on that door for years and it's the very end and there's other advantages, lubricants for you to get into the real estate world with the largest real estate mogul family in America, that could play into this too.
LeBron James becoming a Denver Nugget, man, that would be crazy.
It would be.
And I know growing up for me, like, literally LeBron James was I love Kobe, but LeBron, I had his jersey. I stopped loving LeBron when he started to jump to different team to team and all stuff like that. Like a lot of people. But to have him here, one, it's going to bring a lot of people to Ball Arena.
Oh, my God.
Everybody is going to be lined up. Imagine how much that ticket price is going to be.
Right.
Plus the tax.
Yeah. Plus the new tax that the city council wants to put on all.
Shout out City Council.
Concert and sporting tickets. If you missed that segment, go listen yesterday in the top of the 3 o'clock hour. You're not going to want to miss that.
So you're going to have all the attention in the world. Jokic, he has to be happy. He has to be excited that something like this may happen. And in your case, you're saying that they're going to bring back everybody. Now, I don't know if I can get on board with that. I don't believe they're going to bring back everybody.
You're probably right.
Just because of the money.
And also, you need some defenders, so you may need to move someone to upgrade defensively.
So you got 3 guys. LBJ, he's not the same version he used to be playing defense. We know Jamal Murray is not going to play defense. We know Jokic, he can't stop a nosebleed for the most part. So you would have those 3 guys on the court at the same time in clutch time situations. Would you be nervous? I mean, we're talking about when LeBron was with the Lakers and we would come in and say, hey, the Lakers have a lot of scoring, but not a lot of defense. That's kind of what it seems like will be the case here, especially if you do decide to move on from somebody like, let's just say, AG, because you have to owe this man $32 million this year and the years to come, Z?
Yeah, there's something to be said for that. And again, it wouldn't be some perfect scenario. This is not, 33-year-old LeBron. That's how old he was, by the way, when he went to the Lakers. This is an aging LeBron, but an aging LeBron is still really good and still one of the 20 to 25 best players. And would you need to do some maneuvering to upgrade defensively? Probably. But where I'm at is, when I say bring back everyone, I'm talking about, a lot of the human beings involved. Yeah. But I'm talking about financially. You need to go all in. You need to go all in. Like, if this is how real this is, and again, I'm listening to, Brian Windhorst and the Hoop Collective, one of the 3 most popular basketball podcasts in the world, and they're saying this.
I have long believed that if there was an outlier team for LeBron, if he was willing to take sort of, some exception, was Denver. The idea of playing, and if you notice during the year this year, he was overly effusive with Jokic.
Well, it'd be maybe the 2 most brilliant basketball minds in the league joining forces, and they're complementary. Where him and Luka was kind of who's got the ball in his hands. Like, Joker's all about having a guy who he can run pick and roll either way, can cut off him, all those kind of things.
And what Tim McMahon was just saying in that clip there, that's what I was saying. Like, what didn't work with Luka in Los Angeles. Luka is the highest usage player in the NBA. And they'll call it heliocentric. He's so ball dominant that for someone like LeBron James, you have to pick your spots and get in where you fit in with a talent like Luka, who's in his prime, in a way that LeBron is not. Here, it's so much more fluid, and Jokic is a pass-first player. LeBron is instinctively a pass-first player, and I just think that for those reasons, fundamentally, from a basketball standpoint, I think it would work. I think they'd be the smartest team in the NBA. Yeah. And I think that LeBron James would turn into the de facto coach. The ultimate bus rider of all time would be David Adelman. And
the bus rider.
And because LeBron's driving.
Oh, yeah.
And Jokic is shotgun. And the back seat's also taken, so pop the trunk.
Look at you. In the back. Put the blindfold on.
It's, and this is Shams Charania about the LeBron James situation.
He wants to go somewhere where there's a chance at a championship, at meaningful basketball, something he felt was not going to be keeping him happy, to put it at the least, if he stayed in L.A., and overall, the fact that it's now a decision that's not financially driven, and he's not going to make the decision just based on money, means that all these teams, whether you have a minimum contract to give him, whether you have an exception to give him, or salary cap space, you're going to be involved. Courtney, when I talk to teams around the league, there are 3 that jump out for LeBron James potentially, and that's the Golden State Warriors, Miami Heat, and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right, so clearly he left Denver out of that list. But that is not necessarily super recent audio. And in this conversation, if it's 5 hours old, it might not be up to date enough with how fluid this situation is. And so, look, I feel like I need to say this again. This is probably not going to happen. In 2018, they really tried to make a run at him.
He was interested too, right? In 2018,
he took the meeting. He took the meeting, and so it's more unlikely than likely, but also more likely today than it was yesterday, and more likely this afternoon than it was this morning. And when you see odds shifting from 70-1 to 5-1 in 6-7 hours, that is as dramatic of a shift. They're reacting to something, and I don't think it's what someone said on a podcast, right? I think that they're reacting to something. And I don't exactly know what it is, but it feels like this is gaining some momentum.
And Denver fans shouldn't be they're used to that, right? Yeah, we didn't think that we were going to get Russell Wilson at the time. We thought that was great. Even myself, still playing in the league.
Everyone did.
It's like, wow, Russ coming here. Then you turn around, you get Sean Payton. Nobody thought Sean Payton was going to come to the Denver Broncos.
No.
All right, you talk about Colorado Buffaloes. Nobody, and I mean nobody thought Coach Prime was going to come here, and he comes here and has a really good year, the second year of his tenure as a coach. So, like, we're used to things like this. So it could happen where LBJ decides, hey, look, I want to pair up with Jokic. I think this will be a great fit. You know, we can make some noise. Me personally, Phillip Lindsay, do I think that that's going to move the needle to win a championship? I do not think so because of the defense part, because of them still not being young.
What if they upgraded defensively?
Okay,
what if they moved a piece?
If they moved a piece, they got younger, okay, a little bit rangier, then we can say we're cooking with a little bit of grease here. But that's a lot. That's a lot of movement. That's a lot of money that's going to have to either be shed or given out. And in this case, you're going all in. And if you're going all in, that means that you feel like that window is wide open to win a championship.
And folks asking on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043, or you can hit us up on our YouTube chat powered by Sean Ponda. They're asking where other teams stack up. All right. So right now, the Warriors are still the favorite at an even 1-to-1. $1 wins you $1. The Cavs are second at plus 150. The Miami Heat are third at plus 380. And then there the Denver Nuggets are at plus 500, 5-to-1, in a way that they were 70-to-1 this morning, 25-to-1 this afternoon, and now 5-to-1. So they're not the leader in the clubhouse, but no other team has changed more dramatically today than the Denver Nuggets. And so, again, where could this story go? It may be dead by the time we get off the air today, but it may be alive and well. We may see these odds change by next hour. And so, real quick, I misspoke earlier when talking about the segment we did yesterday that two city council members are proposing a plan to have a new tax on all sporting events that have more than 1,000 people at them, and any concert that has more than 1,000 people that are 5% increase, 10%, and 15% on the ticket you buy, and why the Denver Broncos felt targeted by this new proposal. It's a very interesting conversation. We're not going to have it again today, but I said yesterday it's in the 3 o'clock hour. I meant the third hour. It's in the 4 o'clock hour on yesterday's podcast. If you did not listen to that, go listen to that. It's been flying under the radar, and we shed some light on it yesterday. Okay, shifting gears. All right, we'll get back to the LeBron James stuff here in just a couple minutes. But a gem of a story that dropped out of the sky yesterday will live in Colorado sports lore for the foreseeable future, and you'll hear it next.
Colton, Drury, and Nichushkin all gone. New faces are already in the fold, with the entire blue line back as well after a Western Conference final sweep that still stings. How will the Avs retool around McKinnon for another cup run? Every trade, every signing, every take. Denver Sports has you covered all summer long. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, that's not bacon grilling. That's your living room at 2 p.m. If your home heats up every summer, your windows might be the reason. Infinity by Marvin Windows protect your home from UV rays, solar heat, and help lower energy bills all summer long. Colorado homeowners have trusted Gravina's Window Center of Littleton for 50 years. Right now, you can save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
Most small business break-ins happen between 2 and 5 a.m. The owner finds out when they unlock the door at 7. Pull footage from a consumer system and you get a silhouette in a hoodie. Nothing identifiable. Vantage installs cameras that read a face in total darkness. And they don't stop at cameras. Access control, network, intercom, cabling, AV. One company, one number. Ready to invest in real security for your business or property? Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit business.vssicolorado.com today.
This is Todd Whalen, founder of Advanced Tax Solutions. I'm here with Larry. The IRS is really hounding you. It's escalating. They even assigned a person to your case.
Saying that we owed a bunch of money because of clerical error. We didn't know that at the time. They were going to collect a bunch of money for it.
They're literally just beating you up.
Oh, yeah. You know, certified mail letters coming and the IRS telling us they're going to levy our checking accounts. And then when the guy shows up at your front door, you figure, we better do something.
Yeah. How much did you really have to pay him?
It started out the IRS telling us that we owed them $15,000.
That's real money.
By the time Advanced Tax Solutions got done, the number was zero.
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 That's the perfect solution, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's the best number. Our stress is gone. We're not dealing with the IRS anymore. We haven't since we went and met with Advanced Tax Solutions.
Thank you so much for coming in. That just means so much to me.
Not a problem.
Every situation is different. And if we can give you a hand, it's 303-753-6040 or jump online at advancedtaxsolutions.com.
It's easy to find your groove. As America celebrates, Groove Toyota, the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, has more reasons to celebrate. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand. GrooveToyota.com. Plus, Groove Toyota has more than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certifieds with full warranties available. Hurry into our Red, White, and Drive event. Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere.
Offer expires 7/31/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. For an 8% scheduling incentive and a special financing rate of 0% APR with 72 equal monthly payments, go to drhi.com. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors. Finished basements, windows, and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right.
Hey, Colorado, do you hear that? Not really? That's the sound of your neighbor Gary mowing his lawn at 6 a.m. with his new electric lawn equipment. Gary got 30% off with a statewide discount on all new electric lawnmowers, trimmers, and leaf blowers. Don't sleep on this great deal. Statewide discount only through the end of 2026. Learn more at simplestepsbetterair.org. Again, that's simplestepsbetterair.org.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single manageable payment. Their salary-based mortgage consultants look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece. All right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or simply visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
Cecil Lammy here for my friends SodaDietAndNutrition.com. They've got a big summer offer. You can get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention this station, 104.3 The Fan. 866-800-SODA. Mention this station to get 4 weeks free. Their big summer offer going on right now. It's Soda, Diet, and Nutrition. I want you to call up 866-800-SODA. Listen, 5 years ago I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Why? Because they taught me how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And having those tools is amazing for your weight loss journey, because it's about knowing what you need every single day, and then having your own nutritionist, a personalized nutritionist with a personalized plan for you, the dynamic diet for you, custom built for you, so that you can lose weight and you can keep it off. And that's the main thing. 5 years have gone by and those 60 pounds are not coming back. They'll never come back, because I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat, all thanks to Soda. SodaDietNutrition.com. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
Want to partake in our contest? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is offside. OFFSIDE. Text offside to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's offside to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it!
Man, look, LeBron James is not here yet. It's not Friday, ZB.
You got to hold it on a Friday, but when your Wednesday is a Friday, and I'm on vacation next week too.
Oh, yeah.
I had to make up for next Friday as well. Man, I'm going to miss you guys. It's the 3 count brought to you by our friends at Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts. Yeah, we're going to be off the next couple days. I have to read this text on the RamosLaw.com text line. If the Nuggets get LeBron, does Christian Brown give up his leadership role? That is good. That's
no, they're going to be co-leaders.
Oh, co-captains. LeBron James and Christian Brown.
Co-captains.
Oh, my gosh. And if you don't understand that reference, it was a quote to, I think, the Denver Post talking about how he's the leader of the team. And he let the guys down, and, that was interesting. So, anyway, going into the last break, I said a gem of a story that dropped out of the sky yesterday will live in Colorado sports lore for the foreseeable future. I'm talking about Trey McBride going on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast. And, man, this funny story, and, well, listen for yourself.
The one thing that was cool about Colorado State is I did win the Mackey Award, which was pretty cool, the best tight end, which had never really been done at a power whatever. That was pretty special just to win that award. But funny thing about this is they give you the big trophy. It's a huge, and at the time, Colorado State was like, are you going to keep the trophy or are we going to put it in the, and I'm like, what? It's my trophy. I'm keeping the, and they're like, well, we got to get a replica. It's like $15,000. Like, how are we going to do that? And I'm like,
you just got drafted in the second round. Like,
I don't know, man. Figure it out. So that was like a big deal because they, they're asking they're like, we got to ask some donors for some money to get this trophy in the trophy case. And I'm like, well, you guys better figure it out because I'm keeping this one. Go to Arizona. I get
college is sweating over 15 is tough, man.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get any NIL
But also,
money.
you're Colorado State, you won for some recruiting purposes.
Well, I'm with them, but the fact they're having like a sit down, like, well, we need a replica. That's $15,000. How are we gonna get it? It's like, I don't know, man.
We don't have any donors, Trey.
You're a donor.
You are the donor now.
Yeah,
State, we love you. We are going hard on them, but it's fun. It's good fun. We like to have fun on the podcast.
Holy smokes! What a story! What was your takeaway from that?
That's wild. Like literally, it's $15,000. Your CSU, all right, your program that has that money, and you're asking a player that if he will go ahead and either give the original award to them,
right,
which would never happen, like that's his award.
Holy smokes!
Or give up $15,000 so they can get a replica in there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Z. I'm not with that. CSU, that's bad because you guys have that money. You should have never asked that man to give up his award.
Yeah, I'm sure the folks up in Fort Collins are like, we wish he didn't tell that story. And obviously, he loves his university.
I don't know, man. That shouted it right there.
Oh my gosh, asking for the trophy is bold.
What's your take on it?
I mean, it kind of feels small. You know what I mean? Like, can we have your trophy to keep it here? And if we can't, how are we going to pay for the replica? Man.
That's why everybody said sex to be a CSU Ram.
Well, I don't say that. I don't believe that. I support CSU.
There you go. You support what's going on there?
And I do.
Taking people's awards.
I think Jim Mora is going to take that program to the moon. They're not going to struggle for the $15,000 after this coming season.
I tell you what, you don't have people talking about Travis Hunter needs to give back his Heisman.
That's well. Did he take it or did the school have it?
I think he took it.
Okay.
I think he took it, and then they just get they go in there and remake one.
Okay. Yeah, Dante, go ahead.
I think they get 2 trophies. I think the school gets one. I think the player gets one.
Interesting. Okay. Not a great look, I guess, for CSU. I think it kind of stops there. I don't think it's anything more than that. It's just like not a great look. Funny story. And I'm surprised he told it.
Good for him.
I'm saying it's
good for him.
I guess so. But that one, you talking about like things that CU fans have now to needle CSU. Like add that story, that gem of a story to the list. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right. Shifting gears here. So much movement in the NBA. NBA free agency moves so far. Walker Kessler moving from Utah to the Los Angeles Lakers. Got a haul in return. Mitchell Robinson just helped the Knicks win a championship. He is now in Boston. Norman Powell, a known Nuggets killer, now playing for the Chicago Bulls. They have shaken up that roster. Quentin Grimes going to the Lakers is a nice little under-the-radar pickup. Quentin Grimes, I drove down to Colorado Springs by now it's probably 8 years ago, I think. I watched under 18 Team USA tryout.
Okay.
And got a credential. Just went down there by myself. My college teammate Steve D'Agostino is the court coach, so he puts the guys through workouts. And I remember looking at Quentin Grimes at 18 years old, and this is before he ever went to college. And that's an NBA player right there. He is now with the Lakers. We will see him in the Western Conference for sure. Colin Sexton joining the Lakers. Marcus Smart joining the Rockets. John Collins joining the Pistons. Luke Kennard moving from Los Angeles to Dante's Phoenix Suns. Mike Connolly at 39 years old joining the Boston Celtics. Mo Wagner joining the Nets. Nikola Vucevic joining the Magic. Dean Wade on his way to Philadelphia from Cleveland. There is just a lot of movement here in the NBA. Almost none of it pertaining to the Denver Nuggets.
No, we're still quiet. Maybe it's quiet before the storm, though, because there's a lot going on with LeBron James, a lot of noise around him, so maybe that's the big-time move.
Yeah, maybe so.
I remember when we were all panicking. Well, I wasn't necessarily panicking. You definitely weren't panicking when the Denver Broncos weren't making moves.
Yeah, at the start of free agency.
And then they found a way to come up and have a big-time splash with Jalen Waddle. So maybe that's exactly what the Denver Nuggets are getting ready to do.
Yeah, maybe so. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
All right, happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Today marks the 16th annual Bobby Bonilla Day. All right, this is one of the most unique stories in the history of sports. Bonilla will collect another $1.2 million check from the Mets today and will continue to do so every July 1st through 2035. He has not played for the New York Mets since 1999. This is one of the most incredible deferred money stories of all time. We talk about this every year, but how nice is it for Bobby Bonilla? You just know that on July 1st, that thing is going to direct deposit hit your account. And
over $1 million.
Come on. It's
smart man.
And do we remember what the original amount of money was that they didn't want to pay him? It was something like, it was small. It was like, 10, 15 million bucks. And it's like, we'd rather pay you like $40 million over the course. Just, we won't start for a handful of years. Just $1 million a year.
Yep.
Make this go away. And I would like if you had a chance to, well, I guess this is interesting. Let's just say it's $40 million.
Yeah.
Would you want the $40 million check right now? Or would you want $1 million per year for 40 straight years?
I'm going to go $1 million per year, 40 straight years. I don't want it like up front. Like, for me, it's like I want to be able to budget it. That's how you can budget it, right? Now you have $1 million, but you should be able to be okay every year with $1 million.
Yes.
You know, like you're like ZB that likes luxury things. So yeah, give me mine, spread it out. I'm still going to get it. And it just makes me budget a little bit more. What about you, Z?
I would like, just knowing myself, and I know there's something to this, and I'm sure someone is texting right now that you could take the money up front and invest it in different ways and watch that money grow. But for me personally, I'm the same as you. Give me the slow roll. I'm good. I'll make a milli work every year. I'll make that work.
I'll try.
And you want to know what the number? you want to know what the number was that the Mets didn't want to fork over, or they couldn't at the time? So they're doing this $1 million a year for years and years and years. $5.9 million.
Oh, come on.
They did not want to pay $5.9 million, or really couldn't at the time, and they've now paid $16 million, so over 3 times the original amount, and they will continue to pay every July 1st through 2035. That is unbelievable.
My man's smiling.
Oh, my gosh.
July 1st, here we come.
Oh, my gosh. You can't make it up. All right. Shifting gears. We'll get back to the LeBron stuff here shortly. But I think we now know the baseline for Cale Makar's mega deal based on something we heard today. Also, the Avs brought in a Val Nichushkin replacement today. We'll tell you what you need to know coming up next.
The Rockies aren't winning the West, but they might be one of the most fun teams in baseball now. Rookie TJ Rumfield is raking. Hunter Goodman's launching homers at a rate that has all-star voters and trade deadline scouts paying attention. Mickey Moniak is back healthy, and Sensatella's having a career year out of the bullpen. The trade deadline's August 3rd. Who stays? Who goes? What's the new front office building toward? Denver Sports is all over it. Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
Cracks in the drywall, water in the basement, concrete sinking or shifting, you need to call Homestrong, the highest rated structural company in the state with over 300 5-star Google reviews, family owned, over 20 years of experience, and highly trained inspectors who start with a free inspection and quote. Guys, they handle foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, egress windows, concrete lifting, decorative concrete, and full basement conversions. Most work includes a lifetime transferable warranty, plus financing is available. If the work you need is at or below the ground, Homestrong is the best in town. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
When you've been hurt after a traumatic car crash, you don't need a sales pitch from an attorney with big promises and a loud voice. You need a team who fights for real results fast. That's why so many across the country choose the Berg Simpson Law Firm. Berg Simpson is nationally recognized, but is local right here in Colorado. So give us a call and let our team fight for the results you deserve today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Hey guys, you avoiding photos, not feeling confident in your clothes anymore? Maybe you just don't feel like yourself. At Colorado Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days. It's time to get your confidence back. Schedule a free consultation call at coloradofatloss.com. Results may vary.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
There are so many out-of-state roofing companies and roofing companies claiming to be locally owned, yet owned by out-of-state private equity firms.
Denver Roof Pros is the real deal. We are truly locally owned and operate right out of Denver.
We've been serving the Front Range and the Eastern Plains from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs for 10 years.
Choose local. Choose DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
At At Siltahar Motors, Ford and Lincoln employee pricing wraps up on July 6th. If it's been on your list, now's the time. You pay what Ford employees pay on hundreds of new vehicles. Thousands off sticker, no negotiating. The price is the price. Employee pricing won't last, but Siltahar always has something great coming. 66 years of finding ways to take care of Colorado. See all that is available at sthmotors.com, Highway 36 and Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Happy Wednesday. Hanging out with you on July 1st and reacting a huge portion of our day so far discussing the LeBron James scenario and the rumors and rumblings that he could be on his way to Denver, Colorado to play for the Nuggets. We'll continue that conversation here shortly, all right? But we'll hit the pause button on that, all right, for a couple minutes because I think we now know, and we were trying to figure out this yesterday, the baseline for Cale Makar's mega deal based on something we heard today. Also, the Avs brought in a Val Nichushkin replacement today. We'll tell you what you need to know about that. Elliot Friedman, all right, says that Quinn Hughes, which is like the closest comp right now contractually to Cale Makar, a hell of a defender.
Yeah.
All right. He is looking at, according to Elliot Friedman, he is looking at approximately a 3-year deal at $18 million per year. That was my guess yesterday.
Yeah, for Cale, right?
That Cale was going to land at $18 million, surpass Kaprizov at $17 million. So be the highest paid player in the sport for whatever window of time that would, exist for, but below the max that he could ask for, which was $20.8 million. Yeah. And I think that I was close, but still a little bit off because Quinn Hughes is looked at as a lesser defender, lesser just overall player than Cale Makar. So I think that Hughes will get done first, then Makar's deal will get done.
Well, for sure. And if you're a player, an athlete, that's what you're waiting for, right? You're competing with somebody else that's in your position. And once that guy gets his money, which it's not final just yet with Quinn Hughes, but that's what it's looking like. It's like $18 million a year. So for someone like Cale, it's like, okay, he's making 18. I'm way better than him. I want 19. Let's just say 19. Maybe it's 18.5 million. Who knows?
Sure.
But it's going to be more than Quinn Hughes. And I thought going into this that Cale was going to take around $17.5 million and then move on from there. That is not the case now. Because you're dealing with a guy that wants to be paid higher than someone like Quinn Hughes, deserves to be paid higher, and now he will be. He's going to be paid around 18.5, 19, and if he wants to go for the 20Z, he's going to get the 20.
If he wants it, he'll get it. But we talked about this yesterday, the cap culture within the Avs and the tone that was set by Nathan McKinnon Yes, getting to the highest paid player in the sport at that time, $12.6 million, but could have got so much more at the time, but purposely did not. And so that will likely be the case with Cale Makar. By the way, speaking of, let me see if I can try to find this. Speaking of $12.6 million, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Bo Byram got today with the Chicago Blackhawks. Are you kidding me? Like, holy smokes, I saw that headline like, wait, what? So Bo Byram is making in Chicago moving forward with this extension what Nate Dogg is making.
Yeah, like make that make sense.
Holy smokes.
When he's nowhere near, okay, like Kale, like any of these other defensemen, but yet my man's getting paid that much money a year. Like, you have to love that the cap is going up because that helps out. And then it only takes one team.
Right.
It takes one team to have a vision for you and say, hey, you're worth this much money and we're willing to give it to you. And for Bo Byram, they were willing to give him that money. So good on him. But what in the world are they thinking?
Yeah, a $75 million extension. Wow. Did not see that number coming for Bo and Byram. Okay. Another new addition. All right, a new addition. We know the number for Cale, or the baseline, what it will be. But Jaden Schwartz signing a 3-year deal with the Colorado Avalanche, an average annual value of $3.25 million. Defensively responsible, two-way forward. The compete level with someone like Jaden Schwartz, you hear about it from his teammates and coaches. Like, this dude is a competitor.
Yep.
Now, his production has dropped a little bit here, with Seattle last season. But it was just 2 years ago. My man had a 26-goal season. He has had a 20-goal season 6 different times in his career. And we remember him playing for the St. Louis Blues, winning a Stanley Cup. And back when they won that cup in 2019, no one had more goals on that postseason run than Jaden Schwartz. You get Stanley Cup experience and hopefully a suitable replacement for Val.
And if you do believe, just like I do, and ZB, I think you believe, all right, that the Colorado Avalanche's window for a championship is still open. So you bring in a guy like this that has the veteran presence, that can be moved around. He's flexible, like he can play center or he can be a winger, so that's good right there. And a guy that's physical, a guy that can fly around. That's what you're looking for, man. A pro's pro that knows what he needs to do, and he'll get a bump up by being on the Colorado Avalanche with Cale, with Nathan McKinnon, Marty Netches, right? Just those guys alone are going to help you do your job to the fullest. So I'm excited to see what this has on the horizon. On top of that, Z, you're not paying as much as you would if you kept Val.
It's like half the amount.
Half the amount, and you have to love that. So kudos for Sakic making that move, and then, of course, making a couple other fringe moves as well.
Yeah, in the last 4 years, Jaden Schwartz has averaged 36 points a season. Now, Val in the last 4 years averaged 46, so a little bit less than. But to what you just brought up, you're hoping that you're going to get the same production because he's now in this unique situation that seems to bring, the best from most players, bring the best out of them as they sort of move down the scouting report because of some of that star power the Avs have at the top. All right, shifting gears, the LeBron James story. Could it turn into a saga? Just how real is the proposition that he could be on his way to Denver, Colorado? The odds have shifted dramatically here just in the last couple hours. We'll give you the latest next.
The Nuggets summer is heating up, and the biggest questions are still on the table. Will Nikola Jokic sign an extension or keep Denver holding its breath? Could a blockbuster Jamal Murray trade reshape the roster? And with Payton Watson hitting restricted free agency, what does the core look like moving forward? Stay locked in. Denver Sports has you covered all off-season long. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Brandon Stokely from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. They conduct over 150 auctions every year, selling tens of thousands of items at the price you set. Auctions are held regularly for Colorado government agencies, and they always have big-ticket items at great prices. That's why I love Roller Auction. And almost all bidding is conducted online in real time, and it's open to the public. Anyone can participate. Check back regularly. New auctions auctions are added weekly. Be the first to know about new auctions available for bidding when you sign up for email notifications. Go to rollerauction.com/thefan.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Guys, are you looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get Advanced Hair's breakthrough one-day treatment during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. For details and a free consultation, call 720-459-HAIR or at advancedhair.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com. Or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Don't get fooled by out-of-state private equity corporations that are buying local HVAC companies, offering higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. Don't trust your home to someone out of state when you have the best company right here in town. ROX are experts in local energy rebates and tax credits to save you money only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX rocks heating and air.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
In time, the green light.
LeBron James.
And they get out of town.
Denver, Colorado. The marriage you never saw coming.
Oh.
Oh.
King James.
Man, oh man. Hey, he's earned that nickname. I mean, LeBron James, in my opinion, is the third greatest basketball player that ever lived. After only Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And then it's LeBron. I mean, his
It's
great.
not Kobe, huh?
No. I mean, I
Kobe
love
up there
Kobe.
in front of him.
In front of LeBron?
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand LeBron is great, Z, But one thing is, Kobe, he had the pride. He wasn't going anywhere. LeBron is jumping ship to ship to ship, and now he was bullying Jokic, and now he wants to be on his team. Jokic done got older. He's grown up now, and now he wants to join his team. I can't respect that as much. Now I'm gonna be excited. Like, don't get me wrong, it's LeBron James.
You don't sound like it.
I'm spitting the truth. It's LeBron James, 42 years old. Let's go,
you
baby.
have Kobe ahead now. No,
Come on,
no.
man.
And look, Kobe's my favorite athlete of all time.
I thought he was.
And so like that's never gonna change. But I just
So, but like, is it just because LeBron does everything? Just everything.
Yeah, just across the board. I mean, he was, and they're in the same class. Like, I would have Kobe probably the 10th to 12th best player of all time. So they're in the same classification. Kobe has 5 championships. LeBron doesn't have that many. But what LeBron did and the way that he was able to sustain his success is unlike anything we've ever seen in the history of the game.
He was with the Heat. D. Wade, Hall of Famer. Chris Bosh, Hall of Famer himself. Like, then you jump from that. Okay, you had Cleveland at the beginning of your career. That was like him single-handedly doing it.
He
did
the Cleveland Cavaliers
but then he
with
turned back.
Mo Williams and Zandris Ilgauskas, and
that's when I respected King James.
Varejao. And Delonte West. Should have never had him on the team.
Oh,
no,
man.
No.
Oh.
But so like I just again, if you want to say Kobe is ahead of LeBron, like that's fine.
Okay.
Like whatever. But this story is catching legs. It's catching legs. So you have it being talked about on like one of the most popular podcasts on the basketball side in the world, ESPN's Hoop Collective, with Tim McMahon and Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst, and the Nuggets are just popping up in LeBron conversations.
I have long believed that if there was an outlier team for LeBron, if he was willing to take sort of some exception, was Denver. The idea of playing, and like if you notice during the year this year, he was overly effusive with Jokic.
Well, it'd be maybe the two most brilliant basketball minds in the league joining forces, and they're complementary. Where him and Luka was kind of who's got the ball in his hands. Like Joker's all about having a guy who can run pick and roll either way, can cut off him, all those kind of things.
So you have that, all right. You have that, and you have the odds changing from 70-1 this morning that LeBron comes to Denver. They shift so dramatically to 25-1 by the afternoon. And then while we've been on the air, he shifted to 5-1. From 70-1 this morning to 5-1 right now.
That's insane, man.
So you have the odds saying this, or reflecting that this could be a possibility. Where before I'm like, I don't know, 6-7% chance of happening. Now I'm like, is it 30%? Is it 35%? So you have those conversations being discussed on a huge podcast like the Hoop Collective. You have the report from Shams Charania saying like this is about basketball happiness. He wants to play on a team that is competitive for a championship, and it's not about the finances. Well, that works perfectly for this situation. And then 1 hour ago, from the New York Times and The Athletic, Sam Amick, who I have brought up through the years repeatedly, as recent as earlier this week, a new article drops from The Athletic. And you want to know what the headline says?
What's the headline?
The headline, could LeBron James sign with the Nuggets, ? Why the Mile High City makes sense. I mean, are you kidding me? And then you have this, separate report from the Denver Post's Bennett Durando, who says that the Nuggets have advanced down the LeBron James path, and that is confirmed by a non-Denver Nuggets source. That is from a separate league source. So I don't know if this is going to happen. It's still more unlikely than likely that it will happen, but at the same time, there is some serious smoke here.
No, there really is. And this is the time where it's like, man, this could possibly happen for us. It has happened before with just Denver fans in general. Someone like Russell Wilson come in here. That wasn't something that nobody expected. Coach Prime's another one. He comes to Denver as the head coach of the University of Colorado, Sean Payton. And so maybe you have somebody like LeBron James that decides that he wants to pair up with Jokic, with Jamal Murray. But my question to you is, with LeBron James coming here, and let's say he does come here, do you keep the band together? Is it going to still be the core plus LeBron plus P. Watt? Or is there still going to be moves because of LeBron James coming here to Denver?
I would say, yeah, it's time to go into the luxury tax. I'd say it's time to go into the second apron. I think that, yeah, you re-sign P. Watt. Now, you may have to make a move to try to upgrade defensively, and I don't know off the top of my head what that actually looks like, but you still have to address the defense of this team. And LeBron represents, I think, a bit of an upgrade defensively when he really wants to sit down and guard. I mean, he still does a really good job. But at the same time, it's not enough in today's landscape. So you probably need to move something to upgrade defensively. But if there was ever a time to say, damn the torpedoes, like I've been asking for 6-7 weeks, hey, who's got a good plan with the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Where I'm under the assumption, and still maybe, if this doesn't happen. Now I'm letting myself be positive and get, picking up the option of being optimistic and excited on a day like today.
Get freaky, ZB. Get freaky.
And so for 7 weeks, I'm going, guys, the number one goal of this offseason is going to be to duck the luxury tax, which means ducking the repeater tax. It's going to be a bill of over $200 million, and I don't think this ownership group's going to pay. And this could change the calculus on that because, LeBron James, he doesn't just have a, friendly relationship with Josh Kroenke. These two are great friends. These two have gone on week-long vacations on a yacht in the Mediterranean, jumping off boats together. LeBron posting Josh Kroenke on his Instagram. He thinks very highly of Josh. 2018, they recruited LeBron James. They sent him a Nuggets, rainbow skyline jersey saying you would look great in this. And LeBron has, effused his praise for Josh Kroenke. Yeah. So it makes some basketball sense. I think it makes some business sense for LeBron James. If you want to get into real estate post-career, which I'm almost positive he's going to do. The Kroenkes are the largest landowner in the United States of America. You're crazy if you don't think LeBron knows that. So,
but does this make the Denver Nuggets a contender? Truly can win it? We know that they can be a part of it, but can they truly win it by just adding LeBron James and keeping the core, bringing the core back, and going into the season like that?
Your odds don't get worse if LeBron James walks through that door. That's what I know. And just about 3 months ago, I was convinced that the Nuggets could compete for a championship.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, they weren't whole, right? Aaron Gordon gets hurt. That could still happen again. Peyton Watson gets hurt. That could still happen again. So there's no sure thing here. But from where we sat yesterday, we're looking for a sure thing today when I didn't know what the hell was next on a Tuesday and on a Wednesday. LeBron could be coming here and you could be actually going back all in as an organization. Because if so check this out. I think that knowing what LeBron's looking for, and it's been put out there that it's about basketball happiness, not finances, and playing for a championship contender.
Yes.
When the Nuggets know that and you have a report that you're going down that path to try to get him, I'm not taking this from any report or anything, but just deduction skills, just deducing that if you know that's the situation and you're trying to land LeBron James is never going to come to a situation where the number one goal is to duck the luxury tax.
Well, no, you're all in. You go out for LeBron, you're all in, see?
So I think that is a clue about where the franchise head could be at in a way today that it maybe wasn't even 2 weeks ago. And so, we have to take this very seriously, I think.
Well, oh, yeah. I mean, everybody is talking about it. LeBron James, obviously, he has the Denver Nuggets on his mind. It just comes down to, even if LeBron James is here, does that give us the best chance to win a championship? That's all I care about. And if the answer is yes, then welcome aboard. All right, I used to love LeBron, like I said earlier, when I was young. I'm not a big fan of him because he started to jump to different teams. But if he's going to help Jokic and the Denver Nuggets and the fan base win another championship, that's why you bring him in. You go all in, though, if you're bringing in LeBron James.
All right, so if you want to react to this, you can hit us up RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. You can hit us up on our YouTube chat powered by Champ Honda. LeBron aside, there were 2 dominoes that fell in free agency yesterday. And they're not good for the Nuggets. All right? We'll talk about why next.
The countdown is on. Broncos training camp is less than a month away. Rookies report July 22nd. Veterans hit Broncos Park powered by Common Spirit on the 28th. Bo Nix is expected back at full speed. Sean Payton skipping joint practices to maximize every rep. And it all builds toward a season opener on Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. From camp battles to kickoff, Denver Sports has you covered. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
If you're going to ask her to spend the rest of your life with you, shouldn't you give her a diamond worthy of that journey?
One that you can give her with no regrets?
A diamond that shines like no other.
That's why our family started Williams Jewelers over 75 years ago. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Bruce Williams. Today, Williams Jewelers is Denver's finest diamond engagement ring store with 10 times the selection of diamonds, engagement rings, and wedding bands you'll find in average stores.
Where you get a lifetime quality guarantee that protects you for the life of the ring.
A lifetime diamond upgrade guarantee.
A 30-day money-back price and total satisfaction guarantee.
And no regrets.
Give her a diamond worthy of her and your money's worth.
Say will you with Williams.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at Bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, Colorado, set the summer trend. Get a 30% point-of-sale discount on all new electric lawnmowers, trimmers, and leaf blowers statewide. Ditch the gas for powerful battery packs and breathe easier. Quieter equipment also means you can hear your go-to radio show while you mow. But don't wait. This hot deal only lasts through the end of the year. Learn more at simplestepsbetterair.org. Again, that's simplestepsbetterair.org.
Be careful if you haven't filed taxes in a while. The IRS is going after non-filers like never before. Whether you have income taxes or payroll taxes that have not been filed, Advanced Tax Solutions can help you get back in the system and avoid trouble with the IRS before they show up or send you a scary letter. Call the people I trust, Advanced Tax Solutions. They'll help you get back into the system and off the IRS's radar. 303-753-6040 or visit advancedtaxsolutions.com.
Hey, Rob Biandino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled about 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. Man, I see so many bad stops on these DUIs. Unlawful arrests, the police putting body cams off. The evidence is sketchy. We got to go get the evidence. We go find those cameras, the stores, the ATMs, the banks. We got the experts to challenge their breath tests, their blood tests. My office has over 100 years experience at this stuff. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com or 720-706-5151.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Summer is here, and if you're planning a home project this year, windows, siding, or decking, now is the time to sign before the snow flies. Don't wait. Get the project you've always wanted and lock in a low-interest loan as low as 6.99% for 15 years. You deserve to enjoy your home, and 5280 Exteriors makes it easy with financing built for real Colorado homeowners. Call today or visit 5280exteriors.com to schedule your free estimate.
Summer hailstorms bring in the 3-ring front porch roofing circus.
In ring 1, there's We're Doing Bob's Roof down the street.
And in ring 2, there's We Will Cover Your Deductible.
And in ring 3, What Do I Need to Do to Get You to Sign Today?
Send those clowns to the curb.
Don't turn your home into a circus. Call the pros, Denver Roof Pros.
Check us out at denverroofpros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected. Maybe you love someone who struggles with joint pain. You see it. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's July. The days are long. The light hangs around. Time to be outside, moving, playing, living, and you're sitting it out. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about getting that life back, because at QC Kinetics, that's what's happening every day. People who are stuck in that cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right in their office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. We hear it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. She's herself again. So if this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers a free consultation to see if you're a candidate. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver.
A show that has LeBron as the leading actor, leading character, is a non-playoff team, I think. But, well, maybe not a non-playoff team, but if he's your third best player,
LeBron's not going to take that step down.
He already did.
He didn't like that role, though, Z.
Phil, he loved that role. He loved that role.
He would have stick with the Lakers.
His efficiency went through the roof. He's still a very, very good basketball player. Some nights I think he'd be your fourth option. Some nights I think he'd be your second option.
You're talking about here in Denver?
Here in Denver.
The audacity that you just said he would be the fourth option. Who?
I said on some nights he could be your fourth option when Aaron Gordon has it going, right? We remember Aaron Gordon, what it looks like when he has it going.
I remember this. Like if LBJ gets here, they are not keeping the whole core together. Somebody is on the move.
Phil, you went from 2 years ago. You told me you still thought LeBron James was the best player in the NBA.
I don't remember this.
I would try to forget.
Was this off air?
No, it was on the air.
Yeah, was this
right?
off air?
I would try to forget it too if I were you. But LeBron James is still very good at basketball. He's still one of the 25 best players in the league. Do you believe that?
Yes, yeah.
So
42 years old.
So why wouldn't you want one of the 25 best players in the league added to the situation?
Because it's about getting younger. It's about finding other ways defensively to get better. LeBron James does not move the needle defensively. He's 42 years old. He's 41 years old right now. He'll be 42 during the season.
Right.
Okay. He is not going to play the defense that we want. Now, of course, he can still play defense. Now, if I remember correctly, you sat here multiple times talking about how you can't have two of your best players that can't play defense. Now you can have three guys on the court that really don't want to play defense, and yet we're going to get better?
Yeah, so
make sense.
So you would probably have to adjust. You probably need to make some moves to upgrade, and just add some more length, defense, like
just stay old.
No, not stay old, but
that's what they would do, Z.
No, those 2 second-round draft picks, they were going to get real young, real quick.
I love that.
So no, you would still need to tinker, right? And I'm not sitting here saying that if you added LeBron James, you are the favorite to win the title, right? But I think you're in a better position because LeBron, if he says what he means, or he means what he says rather, he could be taking a low salary deal.
Now, do you believe that to be true?
I think I do, yeah.
It would be his first time. You said this earlier.
Yeah.
This would be his
first time ever. Yeah.
Taking vet minimum.
Yeah.
$3 million for LeBron James.
I went from, I'll speak for myself, 2 days ago, 1 day ago, saying the number one goal of this season is going to be getting below the luxury tax.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a fun season on the forefront?
It does not.
How about bringing everyone back who we thought could win a championship with LeBron James? Does that sound more fun?
It sounds like a lot of people are going to want to go to the games. It sounds like the tickets are going to be increased, and now we're going to have a tax on the tickets, plus maybe the tickets being maybe $100 more.
Ticket prices? You're worried about the LeBron
That's
effect?
what's going to happen. The jersey sales are crazy.
He's actually going to stimulate the economy.
Okay.
Like a T Swift concert. It's actually going to be an injection into the Denver economy. Okay. Our housing values are going to increase.
Oh, the housing values. I love
so
it.
For all these reasons, no, I think that I've heard a lot worse ideas. Like, hey, the goal of this season is to deduct the luxury tax when Nikola Jokic is smack dab in the middle of his prime.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like there's not a lot of good answers out there that's like, hey, you make this move, you're instant contender to win a championship. And that's what I'm looking for. So if LeBron James is that guy and he is willing to take vet minimum, cough, $3 million.
Something like that.
He's a billionaire. He wants to be more than that, I guess. But he takes the vet minimum deal. He's the third option. And he's willing to do that, knowing that, hey, sometimes it's going to be the Jamal Murray one to take the last shot of the game. We know Jokic is going to want to do that sometimes. And maybe LeBron James. I'm okay with it then. It's going to be hard for me to envision like that and thinking everything's just going to mesh well. Okay, 82 games. You got to keep these guys healthy as well because the injury bug has latched on to the Denver Nuggets.
It has. It's actually amazing that LeBron has stayed as healthy as he has.
You're not lying.
I mean, it is a modern marvel. His body, and he was the first athlete to come out and say, or it got reported, he didn't say, which he probably wanted it out there and said it to the reporter, that he was the first athlete we've ever seen that said he spent $1 million a year on his body. We had never seen that before, and it's resulted in the longest prime in NBA history.
Yeah.
And Ryan on the RamosLaw.com text line says, does that come with Bronny too? No, Bronny is staying in Los Angeles, but Bryce is coming.
He said, but Bryce
is coming. Bronny's not, Bryce is. All right.
You got to pick favorites
It's
now.
a league minimum, end of the bench. Hey, wow, we have a massive breaking news story in the NBA right now. And one option for the Denver Nuggets that was widely discussed just evaporated. Details next.
Colton, Drury, and Nichushkin all gone. New faces are already in the fold, with the entire blue line back as well after a Western Conference final sweep that still stings. How will the Avs retool around McKinnon for another cup run? Every trade, every signing, every take. Denver Sports has you covered all summer long. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, let's do some honest math. The interest rate on your credit cards, 20% or more. Your mortgage rate, much lower. So why are you sending hundreds of dollars a month to credit card companies when your home's equity could wipe out that debt? That's exactly what American Financing helps homeowners do. And they're doing it every single day for people just like you. Consolidate, collaborate, conquer. The average customer saves around $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants are licensed in all 50 states. No upfront fees, no obligation. Stop financing your past and start funding your future. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Are you stuck in rush hour traffic? You may be entitled to $1 sliders and fries at Arby's. Contact Arby's, and Arby's for more info about $1 sliders and fries between 2 and 6 p.m. with the purchase of any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meat.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain. Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Don't get fooled by out-of-state private equity corporations that are buying local HVAC companies, offering higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. Don't trust your home to someone out of state when you have the best company right here in town. ROX are experts in local energy rebates and tax credits to save you money only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Buying or selling a home? Let a Weichert agent guide you every step of the way to get the best price on your timeline with the least amount of stress for your peace of mind. Now that's smart real estate. Weichert, the bright choice. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the 4 walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. and free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's easy to find your groove. As America celebrates, Groove Toyota, the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver metro, has more reasons to celebrate. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand. GrooveToyota.com. Plus, Groove Toyota has more than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certifieds, with full warranties available. Hurry into our Red, White, and Drive event. Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere.
Offer expires 7/31/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is run, R-U-N. Text RUN to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's RUN to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Vai and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, breaking news in the NBA. And it's a blockbuster.
Here we go.
It is an absolute blockbuster.
It has to do with the Nuggets, right?
It impacts the Nuggets, okay? And really the last week of conversation, who has been the number one trade target, not for every individual, but in aggregate, in totality, the number one guy that we've been discussing really over the last week for the Denver Nuggets to go get?
Mr. Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. You're on it. You're on it. From Sean Charania. Sham says the Boston Celtics have agreed to trade Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks, sources tell ESPN. That is from moments ago. And he goes on to say details on the 76ers, picks to the Celtics per sources. Well, it's just a lot of logistical stuff, pick swaps and what year and things that could convert from different teams. But so Jaylen Brown, which was the top target for a lot of folks within Nuggets Nation, that idea is officially off the board.
Dang. So maybe now it's like, hey, you have to go all in. If you're going to make some noise, if you're the Denver Nuggets, John Wallace, Ben Tinzer, you're all in on LeBron. Maybe they were talking about Jaylen Brown. Obviously, that wasn't going to be something that you could do. You don't have the draft capital. You don't have a player that they want. We thought maybe Jamal Murray could be a guy that the Celtics wanted. The Celtics shut that one down, saying we don't want his contract, too many years on that contract. And so the Celtics end up getting something done with the 76ers. And now for the Denver Nuggets, they're waiting to maybe hear from LeBron James.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. And we had heard a report out of Boston 2 days ago that said the Celtics did not want to get into the Jamal Murray business.
Yeah.
And the number of years left on his contract and then the amount of money left on Jamal's contract was just, they weren't interested. And so this is not necessarily how they pivot, but just a different avenue to choose. And I think that it's interesting that it's Paul George, the one going back to Boston. So more interested in the Paul George business than the Jamal Murray business. I'm going to pull up Paul George's contract here and see just how different it looks from Jamal Murray's contract, because Jamal's contract is a massive one that has just kicked in.
Yeah, it just kicked in this year. This year. And now Jamal is younger than Paul George, as we all know.
He is. George right now, wow. Oh, wow. Man, I got to tell you, I thought they really just did not want to go down the Jamal Murray road.
Why do you say that?
Because there is major money and years left on Paul George's contract, and he's significantly older than Jamal Murray. So they're willing to get in the Paul George business at age 34, 35, and 36. He's got a player option, all right, in the year 27, 28. No, excuse me. Hold on a second. I'm wrong. I'm looking at retroactive years. Okay, so we just got done with the 25-26 season.
Yep.
Let me correct myself. He has this coming year where he's under contract, and then the following year he has a player option. So, and he's going to pick up that player option because he will not at 37 make what he can make if he picks up that player option. Yeah, they because I suppose because of the years left, which is half. Jamal Murray has 4 years left on his contract. Paul George has 2 years left on his contract. But man, they are going to pay Paul George this year to play basketball in Boston $54 million, and then right around $57 million the following season when he picks up his player option.
But ZB, we were talking about something yesterday, and maybe the Celtics are not in the business in helping the Denver Nuggets out.
Right.
You know where I'm going.
Yes, I do. Keep going.
No, and I definitely want you to describe this because I think you were spot on, and there's a lot of people out there that were bashing you. I don't appreciate people bashing those ZB. All right, nobody keeps ZB in the corner. Anyway, all right, they don't want to help. The Celtics, don't want to help the Denver Nuggets out. They want the Denver Nuggets to suffer. They want the Denver Nuggets to figure out what they want to do with their core. And if things don't go right next year, maybe then, because Jokic hasn't signed his contract yet,
right?
Maybe then they could be in the business of Jokic.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna have you explain all this.
Yeah, no,
moving forward.
No. I'm glad you brought it up because yesterday, I was getting a lot of pushback. I said, if you're Boston, do you really want to do a deal that involves Jamal Murray or Aaron Gordon or Jamal Murray and Cam Johnson, and give Denver Jaylen Brown and Derek White or Jaylen Brown and Sam Hauser, that's all been put out there? Do you really want to help Denver if you think that this time next year Joker could become available? And I had at least a dozen people call me an idiot. You think teams are looking out 1 year in advance for Jokic? And I'm like, yeah.
Yes, that's their job.
I do. And what was really interesting and validating for me mentioning that yesterday, that why would a potential suitor for Jokic 1 year from now try to help Denver improve their situation, and got the major pushback. And so I feel a little bit validated this morning listening to the Hoop Collective podcast, one of the two most popular podcasts in the world, and Brian Windhorst is talking about Nikola's extension and says this.
So Denver has let everybody know that they're not worried about Nikola Jokic at all, which, Jokic is on the record as saying he wants to be a Nugget for life, etc. But Bobby, if Jokic doesn't extend, I think you could see teams, start to think about 2027. I'm loath to say that because I don't really think it's going to happen, but I've had several teams mention this to me in the last couple of days.
I've had several teams mention to Brian Windhorst what I mentioned yesterday. This was recorded this morning, okay? I said that yesterday, saying if you're a team like Boston, if you're a team like the Lakers, if you're a team like the Clippers, if you're fill-in-the-blank team, whoever you think could be a potential suitor, that I would say file under a team that probably won't do a deal with Denver.
Why are you helping them out? You would not help them out.
1 year, this time next year we'll be here lickety split. And if you think you have a real chance to land the big fella, you don't do a deal with Denver involving Jamal Murray or Jaylen Brown. You just be patient and wait it out. This was the rest of that conversation.
Well, I mean, it's interesting, and Tim knows this, is that a year ago he didn't extend because it was a financial decision, right? Because he could have waited this year to add another year. And then this year, if he doesn't extend, it'll probably be a financial decision also because he can add another year of like $80 million here, which I totally respect, right? Maximize your earnings is probably his last really big bite of the apple. But, man, if you're in that front office, oh, man, there are some
Well,
easy...
he can be a free agent next year.
Yeah, how rare is it for a top 2, top 3 player to hit unrestricted free agency? Like, that is a rare. Everybody extends, and they never get to free agency. But that I would be a little bit uneasy, even if he's saying, in which I believe him, it's financially driven.
So here you have a front office former executive.
Yep.
Bobby Marks, that was who was talking. He used to run the Brooklyn Nets. He was involved with the Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce trade. That's when he traded for Alonzo Mourning. Bringing him to New Jersey at the time. So Like, this guy knows what the heck he's talking about, and he's like, dude, if you're that front office, like, you might be sweating bullets here over the coming year if this thing drags out. And, man, I have a little bit of a hunch that Jokic isn't signing this extension anytime soon.
You're starting to feel that way, huh?
Yeah. And we'll see, could LeBron James and going into the second apron, like, could that change that? I think it could.
Maybe this is why you're hearing that noise from the front office and LeBron James, because it's like, man, we can't lose big fella. We cannot, lose Jokic, and so we're willing to go all in now.
Yeah, and so here's what I'll say. We were talking about it in our crosstalk with Dover and Cecil 2 days ago when this report came out from an incredible long-standing reporter, Mark Stein, and it says he's thinking about not signing it, and Cecil and Dover said their concern level was a 2 out of 10. Well, you just heard it from Brian Windhorst that other NBA teams, several was his words, are already looking to 2027 for Nikola Jokic and the potential that he could become available. And Bobby Marks is going, man, how this never happens. A top 2 player in the world becomes just an unrestricted free agent.
Come on.
Guys, that has real potential to happen. It does. And is it more likely than not? No, I wouldn't say that. I think he's going to sign the extension at the end of the day.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But just like LeBron is saying right now, it's not about the finances. If you've made hundreds of millions of dollars and you don't like what's going on to the left and right of you and you're in a wait-and-see approach, I don't know. I'm not at a 9 or a 10, but I ain't at a 2 either. So...
Well, Jaylen Brown's off the table.
Jaylen Brown is off the table.
Next? Right, the Denver Nuggets haven't made a move yet. I don't think they've signed even a role player coming off the bench.
No,
or a rotational player.
And they've tried, Yesterday, the LeBron stuff aside, yesterday was not a good day for the Denver Nuggets. All right, tangibly, like measurably, it was not a good day. We'll talk about why and who they missed out on. Not just one, but 2 players. All right, we'll reset the LeBron James story and adding up all the details on why there's billowing smoke between LeBron James and the Denver Nuggets. Before we do that, man, do the Broncos actually have a star on their hands instead of a pleasant surprise? Why we may be looking at one guy in Denver all wrong. Guys, we are going to get to all of that as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
The Rockies aren't winning the West, but they might be one of the most fun teams in baseball now. Rookie TJ Rumfield is raking. Hunter Goodman's launching homers at a rate that has all-star voters and trade deadline scouts paying attention. Mickey Moniak is back healthy, and Sid Satella's having a career year out of the bullpen. The trade deadline's August 3rd. Who stays? Who goes? What's the new front office building toward? Denver Sports is all over it. Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Ductworks. Summertime is all about staying cool and comfortable. But what about the air flowing through your home? You rely on your AC all summer long. Make sure the air that's circulating in your home is clean and fresh. Your air ducts collect dust, debris, and allergens year-round, and summertime airflow keeps it moving throughout your house. It's one of the most overlooked parts of your home, but it impacts the air you breathe every single day. That's why I trust the professionals at Ductworks. They're personable. When you call, you're always going to talk to a live person. They're educated guys, and Ductworks is Colorado's top-rated air duct cleaning company, trusted by thousands of 5-star reviews. Before your AC works through another Colorado summer, make sure the air you're breathing is clean. Call them for a free estimate today. 303-425-0985. That's 303-425-0985 or online at ductworks.com.
303-425-0985.
Dan, I'm not looking to get rich, but I'm not sure what to do. It's something we hear a lot at 303 Law 4040 from people. They've been hurt. They just don't know what to do next. Should they talk to the insurance company? Who's going to pay their medical bills? What if they have to miss work? They don't want to call a lawyer, and they certainly don't want to sue anyone, but they just don't know what to do. Here, take one of our small town clients. He was seriously hurt on his neighbor's property. Tough as nails, salt of the earth guy, and all he was looking to do was the right thing. He said, Dan, I have to live in this town, and I want to be able to hold my head up high when I walk down the street. So if you're talking about suing my neighbor, I'm not interested. I explained that we probably wouldn't have to sue anybody, and we certainly weren't going to hurt his neighbor. In the end, we got him $1.5 million, and he could still hold his head up high in that small town. If you've been hurt, you don't have to feel guilty for calling 303 Law 4040. We are here to help and fight for what's fair. We don't farm you out to a call center. In fact, we give all of our clients our cell phone numbers. We hope you never need us, but save that number in your phone just in case. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Tune in to Mile High Money.
My biggest goal is education. I come from a family of educators, and I want you to know the who, the what, the why, the when, the how.
Helping you achieve your ideal retirement.
The risk that you're taking, does that equal the return that you should be getting? And a lot of times, the answer is no.
Tune in to Mile High Money with Adam Moeller. Saturdays at 8 a.m. right here on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
This July is America's 250th birthday, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with our 250 for 250 deal. All month long, men who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days earn $250. So if you're over 40 with low energy, sex drive, not feeling yourself, don't stay that way. Low T Center is raising the T of American patriots from sea to shining sea. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal, because bringing back energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating. Go to fixmylowt.com to book a free T test. That's fixmylowt.com. Offer ends July 31st. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you have a good lemonade recipe? I'm looking for one. This is Jay Rickstrew for Alpine Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Now that summer is here, so are new opportunities. Fresh as a glass of lemonade. Maybe a home project is on your mind. Would your family like to take a camping trip somewhere fun? Whatever you'd like to make happen this season, Alpine Bank would like to be part of it. There are so many helpful tools and resources we offer to make this a great summer. Please give us a chance to tell you more about them. Stop by sometime soon. Oh, and if you have that lemonade recipe, bring it along too. My wife makes a peach pie that's knock your socks off. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Over 65 and looking for convenient primary care? One Medical Seniors is ready to take care of you. Call them at 833-312-3204.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Rolling downhill here on a Wednesday that feels like a Friday as we are heading into a extra long weekend. Us as a company, Bonneville International, giving us 2 days off. Very uncommon, especially in today's landscape. But we work for a great company, and they're hooking everyone in the company up with an extra day off, so a 4-day weekend. And then full disclosure, I mentioned this yesterday, but I will be gone all next week, taking a week's-long vacation for the first time in years. But that vacation, coupled with these 2 days off, was just telling our boss, Amanda, it'll be the most days off I have had since I started working. Like, in life.
Yeah.
And so my guess is I'm probably not going to do well with it, but the back half of next week, I'll probably be like,
it's time to go.
Yeah. Just, like, this is our show. Like,
No,
I belong
sure.
here,
Yes.
behind this microphone. And
But you don't get a lot of family time, man. And in the situation, that you're going into, you definitely need the time to just be around family.
Yep.
Be around family and your kids and your wife.
Yep. We have to pivot. We canceled a year-long Disney trip that we have had planned. My wife's father has cancer. And so, they're going through it, and we're going to go pivot from Disney to South Carolina to go meet with her family, and hopefully we make it a great trip. But I'm going to miss you guys for sure.
Oh, we're going to miss you, man. Who else am I going to mess around with? Huh? Built to ass. Huh? That's what I'm used to doing. Who is it?
That's your interpretation of what happens around here, huh?
And Will, those are easy. Come on.
We'll get back to the LeBron James Denver Nugget story here because, guys, the layers are adding up to why there is so much smoke billowing this afternoon. Connecting LeBron James and the Denver Nuggets in a way that wasn't even happening this morning. And we'll go through all the details of why this has turned into the case. But before we do that here, I want to have a conversation. And this is, been wanting to have it for a couple days here. And I said going into the previous break, do the Broncos actually have a star on their hands instead of a pleasant surprise? And why we may be looking at one guy in Denver all wrong. I'm talking about Jaquan McMillan, and I'm being serious here in terms of a potential star.
Yeah.
So consider this. You guys got to pay attention to this here. I had my mind blown reading Andrew Mason a few days ago on DenverSports.com. Consider this. In the last 3 years, Jaquan McMillan is one of just 8 players in the NFL with at least 5 interceptions and 5 forced fumbles in those 3 seasons. The kicker is that 6 of the 8 players that have done what J-Mac has done, 6 of the 8 are safeties. That means it's just him and one other cornerback that has done this. But then you throw in, McMillan has 7 sacks in that same span of the last 3 years. So you take that and you bake it in with what I said about the interceptions and the forced fumbles, you're talking about joining company with just 2 other players with at least 5 sacks, 5 picks, and 5 forced fumbles. Who are the other players? They're both safeties. Have you heard of Antoine Winfield Jr. and Baltimore in Tampa, and then Baltimore's Kyle Hamilton? 2 former first-round picks.
And both of them just got paid, by the way. Both of them were paid.
That's right. Not only did they get paid, the same people in McMillan's category, they're looked at as stars at their position, Kyle Hamilton and Antoine Winfield Jr. And they each rank among the 4 highest paid players at their position in average per year contract value, but they're number 1 and number 2 at safety in fully guaranteed money. Hamilton just over $48 million and Winfield at $45 million. These are Jaquan McMillan's neighbors. They're stars at their position and some of the highest paid at their position. And here, J-Mac is going to play on a restricted free agent tender of $5.7 million. You talk about a bargain. This is an NFL's version of a garage sale, one of those storage, units that people bid on, and then you open it up and realize there's gold in there. That's what the Denver Broncos have on their hands.
And see, I don't even know why you brought that up, Z, because now I'm pissed off. Now I'm mad. I know Jaquan McMillan's already mad, but I'm mad for him. And what is it? What is this all about? He's undrafted. He was never in the vision. And what do I always say? When you're drafted high and you don't do well, they're going to continue to give you opportunities because they want to be right. But if you're undrafted and you have great years, they're waiting for you to fail or not have the best year so they can sit here and say, that's why we didn't draft you. What more does Jaquan McMillan have to do? He's getting the sacks. He's getting the turnovers. All right, he plays really good defense. He's very instinctive. All right, he makes those plays that you're wanting. He made the biggest play of last year in the playoffs in the Buffalo Bills game.
Biggest play of the season.
But yet you can't pay that man? You want to slap a tender on him because he's not in your vision? And you picked up a guy you thought was your Crystal and Jahdae Barron? I have an issue with it. And maybe it's the PTSD that happened to me where I thought, hey, in the NFL, when you go out there and you perform and you make plays, you're rewarded. And how you're rewarded in the NFL is getting paid. And yet that didn't happen to me. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen for Jaquan McMillan yet. Maybe it changes with Sean. But for some odd reason, they don't want to respect Jaquan McMillan's game. And when I look at Jaquan McMillan, he reminds me of Chris Harris Jr.
Yep.
My former teammate and a guy who played in the league for 12 years, Super Bowl champion, was the best at his position at nickel, and that's exactly what Jaquan McMillan's doing right now. And matter of fact, you went through the stats. All right, I have my stats here with Chris Harris Jr. in his first 4 years, Jaquan McMillan's first 4 years. All right, in the first 4 years for Jaquan, you said he had 7 sacks. Chris Harris only had 3.5. Now, Chris Harris had more interceptions.
Yep.
Jaquan has 6. Chris Harris had 10.
Okay.
We know that the Denver Broncos need to do a better job with that. But with that being said, Jaquan McMillan deserves to get paid, deserves to have a little bit more respect put on his name. And the only reason why he doesn't have that is, like I said earlier, he was never in their vision.
So he is, and I love the passion. I know it's striking a chord with you.
Look at me shaking.
Yeah. J-Mac firmly aboard the USS Phil.
Yes.
The undrafted soft spot. He's on the USS Phil.
I'm the captain of it.
Yes, you are.
He's driving
yes,
shotgun. We're good.
Yes, you are. No, I love it. And man, I didn't quite realize the company he's keeping with his production. I mean, it is legitimate. And something has changed though for J-Mac. And I think it's the most important thing. It's Sean Payton's view of him. This time last year, when Sean Payton would talk about J-Mac, like he would talk about him, but they had just drafted his replacement in Jahdae Barron, and J-Mac, I believe, has won Sean Payton over. And I heard it. I heard the tone in OTAs, the way that Sean would talk about him. Here is Jaquan McMillan, or Sean Payton talking about Jaquan McMillan.
Listen, he's got all the things you're looking for. Like when I say grit, chip on his shoulder, but the ball finds him. We keep talking about taking it away, and we even forget Buffalo on the road Monday night, 23. First series of the game, ball's out. He's causing a fumble. He's just around it all, not just good fortune. That's his skill set.
It's not just good fortune, it's a skill set. Here's more from Sean Payton when asked, does he have a soft spot for guys like McMillan that go undrafted and prove that they can play in the NFL? Listen to the tone that Sean Payton talks about when he's referring to J-Mac.
The one thing in our league that's important is players can arrive getting drafted. They can get signed after the draft. Once they get here, how they arrive, the locker room has to know you're playing the best players. And there's just been countless experiences I've had where Pierre Thomas makes the team as undrafted running back, and we cut a 4th-round pick, and then shoot NFC Championship game, he's returning a kick to the 48-yard line. So there's a spot in all of our hearts for anyone, whether they're first, second, third round or undrafted, that competes the way he does, plays the way he does, and has the respect of his teammates. And that ultimately, probably, I think, one of the most important things a player, coach, or anyone in this industry wants is the respect of his peers. Like, man, you're going to have to play against him. And so I think he has that.
He talked about the whole locker room respects J-Mac.
Yeah.
And he says, how did he say it? He says, the locker room has to know that you're playing the best players. And boy, is that ever relevant to the conversation with first-round draft pick Jahdae Barron and someone like J-Mac, who it seems like has universal respect in that building, with maybe Sean Payton leading the charge here.
But ZB, J-Mac almost helped the Denver Broncos get to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Right. He's a guy, when you look to the left and right, you won on the football field. If you ask Hufanga, Brandon Jones, who wasn't a part of it because he was hurt, but you ask him, they're going to want J-Mac right now.
Yep.
Until the young Jahdae Barron can prove that he belongs on that football field full time, they're going to want J-Mac. They don't want to have to sit there and babysit a grown-ass man. They want to be able to do their part, knowing that, okay, J-Mac has been around. He knows the system. I don't have to sit here and worry about him. I can trust him, and actually I can be a little bit more aggressive because I know he'll have my back. You want to be able to do that as a defense that still is in their prime, as a defense that feels like they can take that next step. And that's why Sean Payton's going to be forced to play J-Mac this year. One, J-Mac's going to go into this offseason, this camp, with his hair on fire. He wants that contract. He's going to be mad, but he's going to play under control. But also, it's like, man, you want to be comfortable going into a year where you still feel like you can win it all. And if the guy on that football field is J-Mac and you know you can rely on him, you're going to go with that man. And it's going to be Jaquan McMillan. And for someone like Jahdae Barron, you're going to have a chance to prove that you belong on that football field. But you're going to have to do it every single day. Every single day, you're going to have to show up during camp and make plays, whether it's pass breakups, interceptions, and just being in the right spots. There can't be no miscommunication. There was a couple times, ZB, we were at camp. All right, it was OTAs this year, and Jahdae Barron finally got in there.
Yeah.
And there was a big miscommunication where it left the middle of the field wide open. That can't happen, because that right there could be the reason why you don't go to a Super Bowl. If someone like Josh Allen sitting back there waiting for the middle of the field to open up, you have miscommunication, and you have a receiver sitting in the middle of the field to win the game for you. That can't happen, ZB, if you're trying to win a Super Bowl this year.
Well, Phil, good memory on the miscommunication in OTAs. Was that Waddle coming across?
It was Waddle.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to J-Mac getting paid, Sean Payton was asked during OTAs, is there any talks with McMillan in his contract year? And this is what Sean Payton said.
He's so focused in preparing, to play and play well. I'm sure he'll compartmentalize that, and it will take care of itself very well. The stuff he's putting on tape, it was his birthday the other day, and we played that interception. And I told him, I said, there'll be a day you come to visit me, and I'll be having applesauce. I won't remember your name, but I'll remember that play. So you're going to have to tell me your name, and I'm going to be able to tell you the play and the down and distance in the game. And he laughed. Yeah, he's doing real well.
You just hear the tone, don't you?
Yeah.
It has changed on Jaquan McMillan. He said, talking about getting paid, he said that will take care of itself very well. Very well. Okay. I mean, this is
money talks in the league.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Like talk by paying somebody.
Man, well, good for Jaquan McMillan for putting himself in this position, and by doing so, putting the Broncos in an awkward position when it comes to their first-round pick. And so, and guess what? And I want to say this too. Once upon a time, Sean Payton traded up in the draft for a defensive lineman from University of Texas San Antonio named Marcus Davenport that he thought was going to be a game changer. And Sean was wrong. It was a swing and a miss. And that you may have two things simultaneously happening here. A miss on Jahdae Barron potentially, but then almost J-Mac making up for it. And it doesn't matter how you find them, just as long as you find them.
Exactly.
So, all right, this is KKFM and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARSFM Laramie.
The 5 o'clock whistle, powered by Smart Local Union 9 sheet metal workers. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! Put me in the game, ZB. We don't need LeBron James. Put me in. I'll do the two-man game. I'll be that third option. I'll sign that $3.5 million contract for vet minimum. Put me in, baby.
But you ain't a vet. You're getting league at 1.4?
I'll take it.
All right. Yeah, the big story of the day, unquestionably, in a way that I did not see coming, LeBron James potentially coming to the Denver Nuggets. Now, we don't know if this is going to happen, but here's what I do know. There is smoke everywhere. All right? And so let's just start, kind of comb through why there's so much smoke. One of the most popular podcasts in the world, the Hoop Collective, all right, talking about LeBron and Denver and talking about like how the Nuggets just might be the best on-court fit, because you have this report here in the last 48 hours that LeBron James, for the first time in his career, is not out to get the most money. He is looking for the best on-court fit, and he is looking for basketball happiness, okay? And he's looking to compete for a championship. And the Nuggets name just organically pops up.
I have long believed that if there was an outlier team for LeBron, if he was willing to take sort of, some exception, was Denver. the idea of playing, and like if you notice during the year this year, he was overly effusive with Jokic.
Well, it'd be maybe the two most brilliant basketball minds in the league joining forces, and they're complementary. Where him and Luka was kind of a who's got the ball in his hands. Like Joker's all about having a guy who can run pick and roll either way, can cut off him, all those kind of things.
So you have conversations like this happening today, right? This podcast was recorded this morning. And then you have an article from The Athletic's Sam Amick, who has covered the NBA for a very long time. I've referenced his work here on The Drive dozens of times. He has an article that came out as our first segment was coming to a close, 2:09 p.m. today, and the headline says, "Could LeBron James sign with the Nuggets? Why the Mile High City makes sense." And then he details in this article about why this could be a arranged marriage here for the next year or two. And then so you have the podcast world saying it. You have one of the biggest outlets in the nation, The Athletic, in conjunction with the New York Times, releasing it this afternoon. And then you have the odds. And this is the department that I just could not have seen coming. This morning when we woke up, the Denver Nuggets were 70-1 to land LeBron James. So $1 on LeBron to come to Denver, if he did, and you made that bet, you would win $70 for every dollar you bet. Then by the time we came into work this afternoon, the Nuggets were 25-1. So they got cut in half, almost in thirds. And then by the time hour 2 of our show started, the Denver Nuggets have gone from 70-1 to 25-1 to now 5-1. So you put all of this together and it's like, damn, like, could this actually be happening?
No, I mean, it's like, why couldn't this happen? When you start looking at it, LeBron James, he would fit here. We talked about earlier, and we're going to talk about it again. All right, he can't contend here. You get to be with Jokic, one of the greatest players to play in this game. All right, you get to be the third. Maybe it's the second option. I don't know what Jamal Murray's role would be if LBJ gets there. You're getting a leader out of someone like King James. We talk about David Adelman all the time and how David Adelman should not be leading the Denver Nuggets. Well, now for LeBron James, he can come in there and he can be that voice because we know Jokic doesn't like to speak as much. So now it's like this is real. And for Denver fans anyway, we're used to stuff like this. Like this isn't new to us. Russell Wilson coming in here, and it's like that was a shock to the system. I know it didn't work out, but at the beginning we all thought Super Bowls.
Oh yeah.
Sean Payton coming here. It's like, wow, Sean Payton coming here to be the Denver Broncos head coach. Unreal. And then, of course, for Coach Prime, now it's not aging well for him right now, but when he first got here.
Oh, yeah, it was stunning.
Nobody thought Coach Prime was coming here. And it's like, wow, he's here at the University of Colorado, here in Colorado. And now it could be someone like LeBron James making a little pit stop here for the Denver Nuggets and maybe trying to help them win a championship. I mean, everybody should be excited about that.
I mean, it's just from an excitement standpoint and from a human interest standpoint. Guys, if LeBron James came to the Denver Nuggets, I'm just seeing the press conference, him hold up the jersey, him donning a jersey that has Denver across his chest.
Is Jokic going to give him the jersey?
I'm sure he would be at the press conference. I'm sure Jokic would love for the Denver Nuggets to do this. I mean, it makes a lot of basketball sense, which is why you're hearing these basketball people say, well, if it's not about the money and it's not about, the business world or being in LA, if it's about basketball, man, that team in Denver makes a lot of sense for a bunch of basketball reasons. In addition to the Brian Windhorst and those guys talking about it, I'm listening to Zach Lowe as well this morning, formerly of ESPN, now for The Ringer, the Bill Simmons-led network. And he's saying, my most fun destination for LeBron James, he said, however unlikely, is Denver. And it's like, damn, like we are adding this up, and it's like, holy smokes, you see the odds change. I don't think the odds are changing because of what people are saying on a podcast. You don't go from 70-1 in the morning to 5-1 in the afternoon because of what is being said on a pod. So they're reacting to something. I don't know what they're reacting to.
Well, so who are the ones in front of the Nuggets right now? Right, you have 5-1 for the Denver Nuggets. Who's in front of them?
Great question. It's Golden State, It's let me pull it up just so I don't screw this up. Okay.
You never know. The odds could change back to 70-1.
Yeah. There's no doubt. Where is this? It was Boston, or excuse me. Can you? Oh no, I have it here. Sorry. Wait, no, I don't. Dante, can you pull up the odds, please, from DraftKings? For the latest, just for clarity, anyway, because what they were 90 minutes ago could be different from what they are now. But do you remember who it was? It was Golden State for sure, number
it was
one.
Warriors. Was it Cleveland?
Cleveland number 2,
Okay,
and
was it
then
Heat?
Miami number
Okay,
3,
so it was
and
those
then
three.
Denver number 4.
All right, so Denver's right there. Right in the
Denver's
thick of
right there.
things.
Dante, what are the latest odds?
We are seeing the Warriors as the favorite, not as much of a favorite as they used to be, plus 140.
Okay, so their odds have gone down here during the show, making it less likely. They were 1-1 an hour ago, now plus 140. Sorry, keep going.
Followed by, or I guess not even followed by, tied with the Cleveland Cavaliers, also plus 140.
Ooh.
Then the Miami Heat plus 450, in the Nuggets in fourth at plus 700.
Okay, so the odds have gone down a little bit here in the last hour for Denver, going from 5-1 to now 7-1. But they're firmly in the mix.
Well, yeah, and that's all you ask for is to be in the fight. Be in the fight. You never know what's going to happen. But now I have to ask you, as much as exciting this is, and LeBron James, someone like literally I grew up watching, and it's like, man, like he was the man. Now Kobe is the man, and I started not liking LeBron as time went on because he started jumping to team. But when it comes to basketball, when it comes to this team, will LeBron James make this a contender? Right, make the Denver Nuggets a contender to truly win a championship, because this is what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
You bring in LeBron James, you feel like you have enough with LeBron to win it all.
So obviously, that's the $100 million question, or in this case, the $3.4 million question, because the word is that LeBron may be open to agreeing to a vet minimum contract to play for a contender. Like, can you imagine? This guy has never. No. He's always taken the max, always, and so now to reverse course to the literal opposite, from always taking the max to potentially vet minimum, is crazy. And by the way, I'll get to the basketball question here in just a second, but you're saying, hey, who would have saw Russell Wilson coming? Who would have saw Sean Payton coming? Yeah. Who would have saw Deion Sanders coming? Dude, once upon a time, who would have saw Peyton Manning coming to Denver?
You are not lying.
He was the enemy. He was the AFC enemy in Indianapolis. And here he is joining. Like, that's LeBron's been the rival of the Nuggets. And so here he would be joining a team that he has butted heads with multiple times in the postseason, joining a player in Jokic that he once upon a time picked last at the All-Star game. I mean, the layers on this would be just hysterical. But on-court fit, I think it works in many different ways. One, Tim McMahon touched on it there on the Hoop Collective pod, is that you're talking about the two smartest players in the league. For years, I've said into this microphone, saying I've never seen anyone control the game of basketball like Nikola Jokic this side of LeBron James. Mm-hmm. Some version of that, where they're just puppet masters. Like even Jordan and Kobe, how forceful they were and effective they were, they didn't control four other guys like LeBron and Jokic does. So the IQ of the team, it could be like the smartest basketball team of all time. But you're talking about someone who thrives in pick and roll and could do it either which way with Jokic, with the ball, off the ball, rolling to the basket. I mean, he's a big body forward. He could play the dunker spot that Aaron Gordon does. He makes threes. I mean, this is a guy who still to this day has the ball in his hands oftentimes at the end of games. 2 summers back, it's the best basketball players in the world for Team USA. Guys smack dab in the middle of their prime, and when times got tough in Paris, it's like there's a minute 30 left, and the ball is in LeBron's hands still. And so, is he the defender he once was? Is he the player he once was? Is he the athlete he once was? No. But LeBron, present day, even at 41 years old, was still averaging 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. He's still one of the 25 best players in the NBA.
But Z, we had a team that scored a lot of points. Number 1 in the league. We needed the team that scored a lot of points to play better defense. And what you're telling me is you're getting LeBron James, a big name that's going to be 42 years old. He's 41 right now, but during the season he'll be 42. So he's going to be 42 years old. He is not the same player. and you still think that this is an improvement? I'm looking at it as now you have Jamal Murray, you have Jokic, and you have LeBron James that don't want to play defense. LeBron will at times, but he's not consistent anymore because of his age. No disrespect, it just is what it is. So now you have 3 guys on the court. Now, if I'm remembering things correctly, you told me that you can't have 2 of your best players that don't play defense and think you're going to win a championship. Well, now you added 3, Z. You add 3 players to the mix that don't play really good defense, and yet we sit here today and you think it could be a contending team.
Yeah, I think that you'd have to probably, break up some of the team to recoup defensive players. And just inject more defense into the team, because it's a very fair point. If LeBron was the defender he was 8 years ago, wouldn't be having this this discussion. Now, he is a better defender than a lot of current Nuggets that do play and will play. So I don't want to make it sound like he's a total sieve. Like when he wants to guard, he can, he's still passable. I'll say respectable. But yeah, like this. I don't think just simply adding LeBron James to the mix, like now you're the favorites to win the finals. I don't think there's really any scenario where the Denver Nuggets are favored to win the finals. But I think that if you get a bit more lucky on the injury side, right? What does this look like and let's just for the sake of this conversation, and it's a little bit fantasy basketball because I do think you'd have to make some moves to upgrade defensively. But if you had the team that I thought 3 months ago could win the NBA championship, that if you had a team that was beating San Antonio in one of the biggest games of the year, that was a real leverage moment in terms of the standings, the postseason standings with 2 weeks left in the season, and you're able to win games like that, and those guys stayed healthy, and I know they didn't, but if P. Watt's healthy, if Aaron Gordon's healthy, I mean, who you are defensively, it's night and day.
Yeah.
And then if you add LeBron James to this mix and you have guys that would be in the starting role and are now coming off the bench, you start to have more of a traditional makeup of what a championship roster looks like. And so, look, I'm not saying it'd be a grooved path, streets of gold to a parade. But I think that we went from literally as late as like yesterday's show backed up all the way to the maybe first show after they lost in the first round. I'm convinced that the number one goal of this organization was to duck below the luxury tax to save on the repeater tax and reset the repeater tax clock, because that's how like KSE is going to operate. They're not going to write a check for $207 million for the right to turn around and pay $250 million to the players. That's a bill of $450 million. Like, file that under things that are not going to happen. And so, but here we are today. We get, and I failed to mention this at the top, forgive me, a crazy omission. When I was pointing out the layers of things, why there's so much smoke here, I forgot maybe the most important one. Yes, they're talking about it on all the most popular podcasts in the nation. Yes, the New York Times and The Athletic is writing about it. But we found out from Bennett Durando of the Denver Post this afternoon that he got it confirmed by a league source that the Nuggets are going down this road to try to go get LeBron James. Yeah. That's a report, not a Nuggets source. That is a league source from a good reporter like Bennett Durando. So the Nuggets are going into the LeBron business. Well, what does that mean? It's not just in a vacuum. You can't look LeBron in his face and pitch him to come to a team that's going to duck the luxury tax. If you're getting into the LeBron James business, that means they have to be open to not ducking the repeater tax. That means they have to be open to going into the second apron, re-signing P. Watt, like doing the whole deal.
But you re-sign P. Watt, you bring back AG, you bring back Cam Johnson, you have CB. All right, who's coming off the bench? Because if you put CB on the bench, that's $25 million that you're putting on the bench that may not get a lot of time.
Not ideal.
You know, and now you have to, like, if you're Josh Kroenke, you got to explain that to your dad, Stan.
Yeah.
That, hey, man, we have a high-paid guy who we're paying a lot of money for that's just sitting there getting rotational minutes. That's hard to do. Now, I also understand, like, it is what it is. CB, you got the money. You have not earned the right to be on this starting lineup if you're going to do what you just did this year. You have to step the game up. But bringing in LeBron James, it's forcing somebody on the bench. You're not going to pay P. Watt almost $26, maybe even $28 million to be on the bench either. That's a lot of money that you have to kind of figure out who's going to start and who's going to be sitting on the bench.
But isn't this like, if you're pitching LeBron, you probably already have the finances cleared from Stan, right? You're not going to go pitch like some wishy-washy version of, hey, come join us. We're going to duck the luxury tax, but you can push us over. Like, it's got to be, dude, we're locked and loaded, ready for a run, a postseason run, and you're the one who gets us over the top. And I have permission, from truly yours, your biggest fan, Stan. And so I think if you're getting into the LeBron James business, you probably already have it on good information that, yes, we're willing to go into the luxury tax. Yes, we're willing to go in the second apron. Yes, Zach Bye is going to crack an egg on his face and literally wear egg on his face in a way that I thought was impossible, because I thought the number one goal was to duck the luxury tax. So if this happens, and I know a lot of people, guys, LeBron's not my favorite guy. He's not. No. Now, do I think that he is, some terrible person? I don't. This is a guy who's married to his high school sweetheart, who's never gotten a speeding ticket, okay? Now, I do hear he puts the D in NDA, but that's his business.
Yeah,
but like,
go through the right process.
But it's one of these things where, man, we could go from a situation where I'm like, this whole thing's going to be blown up to duck a tax, to the point where you're pissing Jokic off so much that he's thinking about not signing his extension. And by the way, that came up today on the Hoop Collective podcast.
So Denver has let everybody know that they're not worried about Nikola Jokic at all, which, Jokic is on the record as saying he wants to be a Nugget for life, etc. But Bobby, if Jokic doesn't extend, I think you could see teams, start to think about 2027. I'm loath to say that because I don't really think it's going to happen, but I've had several teams mention this to me in the last couple of days.
And by the way, this is something that I said yesterday. This podcast was recorded this morning. I said yesterday, if you're Boston, why would I deal you Jaylen Brown? Why would I help you improve your roster if I think in 1 year I could have a shot at the big fella?
By the way, Jaylen Brown to the 76ers.
Jaylen Brown to the 76ers in exchange for, a couple first-round picks as well as Paul George. But this is something, what I said yesterday, like, if you even think there's a chance you could land Jokic 1 year from now, 1 year from now, why would you try to help them? And this is something that Windhorse is saying, that several teams have already said to him that this is on their radar. Here's more of the conversation. And when he says Bobby, he's talking about former front office executive Bobby Marks, who once upon a time managed the Nets and is now working for ESPN.
Well, I mean, it's interesting, and Tim knows this, is that a year ago he didn't extend because it was a financial decision, right? Because he could have waited this year to add another year. And then this year, if he doesn't extend, it'll probably be financial decision also, because he can add another year of like $80 million here, which I totally respect, right? Maximize your earnings is probably his last really big bite of the apple. But man, if you're in that front office, oh man, there are some.
Well, he can be a free agent next year.
Yeah, how rare is it for a top 2, top 3 player to hit unrestricted free agency? Like, that is a rare. Everybody extends, and they never get to free agency. But that, I would be a little bit uneasy, even if he's saying, in which I believe him, it's financially driven.
And now we have not heard Jokic say it's financially driven. So I think Bobby Marks is sort of speculating on that, and I think he's speculating incorrectly. I don't think Jokic is out for an extra $23 million over the course of 5 years. I think he's not signing that extension because he wants to see what the hell is going on in Denver.
Because he's not happy, Z. He's not happy. He wants to see if they can assemble a team that can help them win a championship. And if they can't, why would the man sign back?
Right.
Like, if he wants another championship, which he should want, he's in his prime, why would he sign back if he doesn't feel like he can get it here in Denver? But on the other side, if you're John Wallace and Ben Tenzer, you're like, man, we must do everything and anything possible to keep this man here. And now let's ask Josh if we can go past that luxury tax. Let's try to get LeBron James on board, and let's try to go for it all. Can we get there? We can. Things have to go right for us. We have to stay healthy, but at least we have a fighting chance. And that's all someone like me can ask for, right? I ask for you, the Denver Nuggets, in the front office to make sure that they at least try to go to a championship next year. And that's something that they could do by adding LeBron James.
There's two elements here at play when it comes to LeBron James and the Denver Nuggets. And it's under the radar, but I think crucially important to this conversation. And I'll tell you what those two things are coming up next.
The Nuggets summer is heating up, and the biggest questions are still on the table. Will Nikola Jokic sign an extension or keep Denver holding its breath? Could a blockbuster Jamal Murray trade reshape the roster? And with Payton Watson hitting restricted free agency, what does the core look like moving forward? Stay locked in. Denver Sports has you covered all offseason long. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends SodaDietAndNutrition.com. They've got a big summer offer. You can get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention this station, 104.3 The Fan. 866-800-SODA. Mention this station to get 4 weeks free. Their big summer offer going on right now. It's Soda, Diet, and Nutrition. I want you to call up 866-800-SODA. Listen, 5 years ago I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Why? Because they taught me how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And having those tools is amazing for your weight loss journey because it's about knowing what you need every single day and then having your own nutritionist, a personalized nutritionist with a personalized plan for you, the dynamic diet for you, custom built for you so that you can lose weight and you can keep it off. And that's the main thing. 5 years have gone by and those 60 pounds are not coming back. They'll never come back because I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat, all thanks to Soda. SodaDietNutrition.com. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and there's no better time to get your yard looking good, and there's no better way to do it than with Rich Lawn. With the organic-based fertilizer, Rich Lawn Turf Food, you'll get greener grass and build your soil for a beautiful yard. And while you're at it, don't forget to check out Revive to revitalize your lawn for deeper roots and deeper watering. Get Rich Lawn and Revive products at your Home Depot or your local gardening center. With Rich Lawn and Revive products, you'll have your yard ready in no time.
Rob Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Guys, are you looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get Advanced Hair's breakthrough one-day treatment during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. For details and a free consultation, call 720-459-HAIR or at advancedhair.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Ductworks. Summertime is all about staying cool and comfortable. what about the air flowing through your home? You rely on your AC all summer long. Make sure the air that's circulating in your home is clean and fresh. Your air ducts collect dust, debris, and allergens year-round, and summertime airflow keeps it moving throughout your house. It's one of the most overlooked parts of your home, but it impacts the air you breathe every single day. That's why I trust the professionals at Ductworks. They're personable. When you call, you're always going to talk to a live person. They're educated guys, and Ductworks is Colorado's top-rated air duct cleaning company, trusted by thousands of 5-star reviews. Before your AC works through another Colorado summer, make sure the air you're breathing is clean. Call them for a free estimate today. 303-425-0985. That's 303-425-0985, or online at ductworks.com.
303-425-0985. It's easy to find your groove. As America celebrates, Groove Toyota, the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, has more reasons to celebrate. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand. GrooveToyota.com. Plus, Groove Toyota has more than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certifieds, with full warranties available. Hurry into our Red, White, and Drive event. Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere.
Offer expires 7/31/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Skip this year's Front Porch Roofing Circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
Hey, it's Zach here. Are you seeing cracks in your home's drywall or foundation? Call Homestrong. Their highly qualified technicians provide free inspections and quotes. With 20-plus years experience in the foundation repair and concrete industry, one thing is certain: you'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is match. MATCH. Text match to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's match to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Bottom half of hour number 4. Man, we've been living it up here for the past 3.5 hours.
Man.
Just talking about it during the break, like this out of nowhere story, LeBron James to the Denver Nuggets. You talk about a free space on the game board to just have fun and talk about and speculate and theorize, because we have real meat to draw from, like legitimate substance to draw from. You know, a corroborating report from a league official that the Nuggets are going after LeBron. LeBron says he's, allegedly willing to accept vet minimum contracts. All the odds going from 70-1 down to 7-1 within a 6-hour period. Like, you can't make that up. And so it's been a really fun day. I think that, at the end of the day, it's still more likely than not. But the fact that we're able to have these conversations and it be rooted in some semblance of reality is just kind of wild.
Yeah, and it's fun to talk about. LeBron James coming here, partnering with Jokic and Jamal Murray, and then we start to ask the questions, well, do you bring back P. Watt? And if you bring back the whole core with AG, what does that look like? I mean, it's fun, and it gives the Denver Nuggets at least a chance to make it past the first round. Right? Let's start with that. Getting past the first round, and Jokic has said it multiple times. All right, they're not there yet. Right? They're not good enough, and they need to find a way to get better. And doing something like this may help the Denver Nuggets. Me personally, I don't know, how much that is going to help the Denver Nuggets in the mindset of winning it all. But at least it's trying to do something to help the Denver Nuggets out and to help Jokic want to sign that contract.
Yeah, and I'm going to get to the two things that are under the radar here that could benefit the Nuggets. But you want another log to throw on this fire to create more smoke?
It's already big.
What changed about Payton Watson this past year? What changed? Do you remember what he changed?
Oh, his agent.
He changed agencies.
His agent.
Do you remember, and I'm putting you on the spot, so no worries. Do you remember what agency he went to?
With Jokic's agent. Now,
No, he was with Jokic's agent.
Now he's with LeBron James' agent, correct?
He's with Clutch Sports. Who is Clutch Sports run by? LeBron James' right-hand man and best friend, Rich Paul. So there's already a Clutch client here in Denver. And we have seen the way that Clutch works over the years. They love these partnerships. They love to partner Clutch athletes with Clutch athletes. And so just another log to throw on the fire.
For sure.
Here's two other things here. Here's two other things that I think are below the radar that could impact the LeBron James to Denver conversation. One, Josh Kroenke. Josh Kroenke and Jokic, or Josh Kroenke and LeBron, along with Jokic, but Kroenke and...
You don't like Jokic no more.
Stop it. Josh Kroenke and LeBron are tight, right? They're legitimately friends. Here's Brian Windhorst talking about that connection.
And I'll just point out that he has a relationship with Josh Kroenke, the Kroenke family, the owners of the Nuggets. He, I believe, was a guest a couple of times on their yacht in the Mediterranean in the summer. Before LeBron was focused on only playing golf in the summer, he used to go be on a boat, like the Magic Johnson, Bobby, where he went on a boat for like a week to 10 days.
I'd sign up for that.
But this one was, I think it was in the Mediterranean. And so he has some, connection there. And so I don't know, I think I probably even said too many words about it even now, but if I were Denver, I would kick the tires.
If I were Denver, I'd kick the tires. And he's talking about this relationship, and he's talking about them being friends. They're not just friends. You're talking about a level of friendship where they have vacationed together, and it hasn't been just once. We saw them hanging out in 2018. Josh Kroenke jumping off the top of a yacht and LeBron James filming it and putting it on his Instagram. We saw these two together as recently as last year. Do you remember that?
No.
When they were out on a boat and they were talking about strategizing. It was Josh and LeBron and a couple others, and they were talking about NBA Europe.
Okay.
NBA Europe
Yes.
and launching NBA Europe, and LeBron could be, potential investor in something like this. And so these guys have been not just friendly, but great friends, right? You only go on vacations for a week with great friends. And so once upon a time in 2018, Josh Kroenke sent LeBron James a Nuggets jersey, the white one with the colorful skyline across, and said, "You would look great in this." And then you would think that LeBron James, he's one step away, or maybe two steps away from retirement, and I would imagine he would want to get involved in real estate in a major way here. And who better to tie yourself to but the largest landowner in the United States, this side of the federal government, in Stan Kroenke, who owns the team. And what doors could that open up for you post-basketball? So there's that, but then there's this other thing. I have been operating under the assumption that this is going to be an ownership group that's going to try to get below the luxury tax.
That's all they've ever done. That's what they've showed us.
Yes, and because they've been in the luxury tax for, I think it's 3 straight years, you get hit with the repeater tax. It's super punitive, all right? They punish you for being in the repeater tax. So the Nuggets, if they brought back their whole gang, would be in the repeater tax. They'd have to write a check for $207 million just to pay the players $250 million. You're talking about a bill for next year of your basketball team of $450 million. Now, I just didn't think that was going to happen, and still probably don't. I still think it's unlikely. But if there's one guy who moves the needle from a business standpoint and will help you make a lot of that back, it's LeBron James. Think about the Nuggets LeBron James jerseys.
Oh, man.
Think about the season tickets. Think about the in-arena merch and, food cost. You could raise everything by $2. With every transaction through the whole.
Don't do that. Don't listen to ZB.
No, I'm just saying,
we do that.
If you're a business person, you're like, okay, what would have to make it worth it for us to pay a bill for one season of $450 million? We'd have to make a lot back. And there's one guy who moves the needle in that regard more than anyone else in the league. It's LeBron James. So I think those two components are under the radar. The relationship with Josh, the doors it could open from a real estate standpoint, and the long-standing relationship they have, plus with from a business component, the money they could make up and talk themselves into paying the
Yeah.
repeater tax is how much money you'll make on the back end of this deal.
Well, now my question to you is, people are under the assumption that LeBron James is going to take the vet minimum, which would be a little over $3 million.
Yeah, it'd be like $3.5 million.
Say he doesn't, though, because he's never done it. Does that stop the Denver Nuggets from wanting to make this move and trying to add him to the team and keep Payton Watson and maybe Aaron Gordon, because you don't want to lose some of your better defensive guys for LeBron James, who's going to be 42 years old and just doesn't play the defense like he used to do. So say LeBron's like, hey, I will come here, but I'm not taking vet minimum. All right, I get to call the shots here. So if you want me here, this is how much I'm going to want. Let's say $15 million. Do you do it still, Z?
Yeah, I think they still would, yeah. Because if you're bringing him in and you're paying that type of luxury tax bill, what's 3 to, what'd you say?
$15 million.
15. I mean, that's a difference of $12 million for a family like the Cronkies. I don't think
you sound like the reps yesterday for the council.
I don't know. Well,
how would the Cronkies feel with you saying that?
I'm sure they wouldn't want to pay $12 million more, but it's if he wants to be here, if LeBron James wants to be here, he's going to go from making $50 million to $15. I think you probably meet him where he's at, you know. And on the RamosLaw.com text line, LOL, and this comes from 6117. Put your name on it, dude. LOL, LeBron to the Nuggets equals manufacturing engagement. Sometimes sports radio is just over the top and hurts your brain. Dude, file this under things that are not being manufactured. When you talk about the odds going from 70-1 to 7-1 in 7 hours.
Everybody's talking about it.
When you're talking about the Athletic in conjunction with the New York Times and their number one NBA guy, Sam Amick, writing an article that dropped during the show, and the headline is, could LeBron James sign with the Nuggets while the Mile High City makes sense? When you have Bennett Durando from the Denver Post saying he's got it from a league source outside of Denver that the Nuggets are pursuing LeBron James, when LeBron James says that he'd be willing in certain cases to play for competitive teams, to play for the vet minimum.
Yeah.
Dude, if you think we woke up in the morning and manufactured a LeBron James conversation, you're freaking nuts.
Well, who do you want? You better not say Jaylen Brown. That's already done.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He went to Philly.
Who else? What else are the Denver Nuggets going to do? Because right now they're not doing anything. They have two options right now. Go for LeBron James. Well, 3. Try to still duck the luxury tax, or be all in with just the core that they have. So, like, right now, LeBron James, he's a hot topic right now. And he might end up coming here. Probably not, but he might.
He might. The fact that it lives within reality this much, we would be idiots to not be talking about this the way that we have today. Now, I will say this. LeBron aside, yesterday was not a good day for the Denver Nuggets. And if LeBron doesn't come here, yesterday could carry a new level of importance. And we'll talk about why next.
The countdown is on. Broncos training camp is less than a month away. Rookies report July 22nd. Veterans hit Broncos Park powered by Common Spirit on the 28th. Bo Nix is expected back at full speed. Sean Payton skipping joint practices to maximize every rep. And it all builds toward a season opener on Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. From camp battles to kickoff, Denver Sports has you covered. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Okay, I admit it. At 303 Law 4040, we like to have a little fun with the made-for-TV lawyers who pretend that they're from Colorado. In reality, they live in places like Chicago, Arizona, Texas. Heck, one guy flies in from New York City. New York City! Just so he can do his commercial and fly back home. Crazy thing happening here in Colorado. Outside private equity funds are pouring millions of advertising dollars to prop up these guys and get them to pretend they are local voices that you can trust. So what really happens when you call one of those pretend made-for-TV lawyers? Here's an example. A young man was hurt. He called one of those guys. The insurance company said, nah, we're denying the claim. No money for you. His made-for-TV lawyer said, sorry. So his friend said, you need to call 303 Law 4040. We took the case and told the insurance company their denial was BS. And they said, you're right. Here's all the money. If you've been injured, don't waste your time calling a pretend made-for-TV lawyer. Call 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. It's 303 Law 4040.
Hey, it's Zach here. If you're working on your home this summer, lock in a low-interest loan with 5280 Exteriors, as low as 6.99% for 15 years. Get those dream windows, siding, or decking project. Visit 5280exteriors.com. The altitude of quality.
AutoNation's July 4th sale means savings worth celebrating. Right now, drive new and used cars with zero down. Plus, make zero payments for 90 days. Thousands of vehicles. Thousands in savings. Put zero down. Make zero payments till fall on all your favorite new vehicles. Don't miss out. Save now through July 4th weekend only. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation. Less stress, more go. 90 days to first payment on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Expires 7/5/26.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
If you haven't filed taxes in a while, listen up. The IRS is going after non-filers, in some cases, criminally. Advanced Tax Solution can help you avoid trouble with the IRS. Call 303-753-6040 or visit advancedtaxsolutions.com.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lemmy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yeah, nobody wants to feel like you have to talk about something in a negative way all the time, even though, like, hey,
being real.
This is what's happening with the Denver Nuggets, and today it was a little different with the news that maybe someone like LeBron James, the King James, could be coming to Denver. Could not. Who knows?
All right. Well, I said I just want to pay this off because I've been meaning to get to this. Yesterday was actually not a good day for the Denver Nuggets. All right. I had just assumed that longtime NBA shooting guard Bogdan Bogdanovic, the teammate of Nikola Jokic for Team Serbia, was coming on a vet minimum deal. He signed that one-year deal, but he did it in Houston. Okay, and the Serbian outlet Meridian Sport had reported Denver was, quote, eagerly waiting on the free agency window to start the chase of Bogdan, and he said no. And then separately, man, the Nuggets screwed up the Spencer Jones situation. They just screwed it up. They tried to go the cheap route. I wish I had a different answer for you. They tried to go the cheap route with Spencer Jones. Now they're losing him after they've identified him as a talent, developed him. He started like 36 games for the Nuggets this year. He was one of the best three-point shooters they had. A big 6'8" physical defender, right? Like, he was a really good player. They tried to get him on the cheap. They screwed it up. They lost him. He is going to sign a deal for twice as much as the Nuggets offered him during the regular season.
Come on, man. See, here we go again with the Denver Nuggets, right? Like, you can't get things right. We need you to get the little things right. A rotational player that can come in and give you meaningful minutes. That's something that Spencer Jones was doing for you in the playoffs.
Yep.
And now you let him go because you wanted to be cheap. All right, Jaylen Brown, you're not getting him anymore. He's going to the 76ers. Like, the other guy that you thought was going to be a rotational player, he said no. He's going to the Rockets.
Yep.
So, like, what now?
Stopping by, friend of the show, the scrappy one, the scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys?
What did you make of this story today?
Wow, it's a wild day, right? July 1st, NBA, NHL free agency, and we got hit with it in a big way in the NBA. All these LeBron things became pipe dreams to rumors to legitimate people saying it could happen. And you kind of have to pinch yourself. Because I remember 2018. Zach, you had just gotten here in 2018. And I remember talking to Tim Connolly about it. And Tim desperately pursued a meeting with LeBron James. And people said, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I talked to Tim about it. It happened.
Yeah, it happened.
LeBron just didn't take the meeting. Josh sent him the rainbow throwback jersey. There was the videos of them jumping off the yacht together. And I just think about if LeBron James had signed here in 2018, he and Nikola Jokic would have won 3 or 4 titles together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a hindsight 2020 take. LeBron screwed up. He should have signed with Denver instead of LA. And part of me thinks this could right the wrong. Part of me also goes, well, it's 8 years later, so it's certainly not going to right the wrong. The goal would be to get one more for LeBron, a second one for Jokic. But I'm having flashbacks to 8 years ago at this very time, although this feels a lot more real than it did 8 years ago because you were just trying to get the meeting with LeBron. Now you've reached out. Everyone in the league likes it. The odds are skyrocketing towards it may happen. There's a fair amount of smoke here for sure.
And then you go back 23 years to 2003. I mean, if ping pong balls just bounce a different way, the Nuggets aren't picking third, they're picking number 1.
Yeah. Same exact amount of ping pong balls, by the way.
And so maybe instead of Carmelo Anthony, and of course that era was fun, but LeBron and Melo aren't in the same galaxy.
Correct.
Like, they're not in the same universe. Melo, for as great as he was never first team all-league. LeBron's one of the 3 greatest players to ever live. So, but that's how great LeBron's legacy is, that you have a Hall of Fame player in Melo who's not even in the same universe as someone like LeBron James. I can't believe, I said this line earlier in the show, he along with Tom Brady are the only guys I've seen land punches on Father Time.
Wow. That's a good point. Every other athlete, they just fade. They just fall off. And when it happens quick.
Oh, yeah.
Peyton Manning, we all love him. He fell off a cliff in 2015, and Payton himself will tell you that. He went on the stage at the ESPYs and said Von Miller carried me to a Super Bowl. He didn't have to say that. He said it because he knew it. It was true. But I think it's such a fascinating point, Zach. You bring up 03. I hadn't considered that. This is shot number 3 at LeBron James.
It's shot number 3.
Shot 1, ping pong balls didn't go your way. At least you didn't get Darko Milicic, who went 2. You got LeBron, or you got Carmelo.
Right.
Shot 2, 2018. He wouldn't take your meeting, even though he should have. They would have won a bunch of rings together. This is shot 3. It's the third time the charm.
Is the third time the charm.
Ooh-wee.
Isn't it something, man? I'll
in
tell you
23 years?
Right. Right.
Well, you don't get 3 shots over 23 years.
No. So we'll see where this story goes. My gut tells me that this is probably going to drag out for a few days, if not a couple weeks.
Yep.
So you guys may still be talking about this next week. Guys, I'm going to be on vacation. I am taking the most days off that I ever have as a professional, as an adult. And I'll probably be losing my mind by the second half of it, wanting to be back in this chair.
Enjoy it. And go enjoy it, ZB.
I'm gonna try. But I know this is where I belong, and I'm gonna miss you guys. And I'll be back, I guess, in a week and a half. So don't have too much fun without me. Enjoy it, Will. Thanks for pinch hitting for me next week.
Of
Seriously.
course, yeah, excited.
And guys, happy 4th of July. Happy 250th birthday to the United States of America, a nation that I still love. There's in this day and age, not everyone says that. I still love this country.
There we go.
And I hope you guys have a safe holiday, and I'll talk to you guys in just a couple weeks. Stepping aside for now, it's Denver Sports Tonight. Next.
Colton, Drury, and Nichushkin all gone. New faces are already in the fold, with the entire blue line back as well after a Western Conference final sweep that still stings. How will the Avs retool around McKinnon for another cup run? Every trade, every signing, every take. Denver Sports has you covered all summer long. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Have you ever looked in the mirror and just didn't feel like yourself anymore? Maybe your clothes don't fit the way they used to, or you don't like how you look in them. Honestly, it's more than that. It's how you feel walking into a room, avoiding photos, skipping events, not feeling as confident at work or even with your spouse. Over time, it starts to wear on you. Here's the truth. Losing weight is one thing. Feeling confident again and keeping it off, that's what really matters. At Colorado Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, crazy workouts, or prepackaged meals. More importantly, we show you how to keep the weight off so you can feel comfortable in your clothes, confident going out,